This is the closest thing we've got to a digital Bolex 16 mil. The same kind of look they used on all those Creed music videos. What the hell are you? Creed. Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. I think the droid you're looking for is the OG Pocket. Go check out Nigel's videos. He's still making shit with that. Let's see. Honestly, it's like you've never seen an Akanthar in action. I swear, reading your take is like listening to George Costanza's dad after 3 espressos. Dude, I'm not that crazy. I'm not that negative. Am I that negative? Do I just sound like an old grandpa? That's what Marianne says. I'll always end up just be the old man yelling out the window. I don't know, man. I don't know. Here's my thing, man. Are we not allowed to roast? Are we not allowed to roast anything? Haven't you guys ever enjoyed a good roasting? I've always been a big fan of the roasts. I mean, before they got shitty. But I'm talking about the Comedy Central roast. You know, I just enjoy that. I think the whole point of a review is to tell you the things that I would change about it, right? I mean, isn't that the point of a review? Oh, goddamn, we're not even looking. Guys, you didn't tell me I didn't have screen share on. I'm just sitting there ranting. I wasn't even sharing my screen. Oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry, bro. That is so funny. What was that, like 20 minutes solid? And I wasn't even showing you guys what the hell I was talking about? Oh, that's brutal, bro. Should we cut that off? I might have to cut that part off, huh? That was a good little while of just not showing anything what I was talking about. Dude, I'm so bummed out about that now. Nobody called me out on that. Wow, you know what? I do have to applaud you guys because yeah, at least you just go for the ride, man. That's what I appreciate. No wonder he said I sounded like Costanza's dad. You just see my face talking about shit. Okay, this is where we should have started at. Okay, after this stream is done, this is where it will now begin. Note for editor. Wait, that's me. Okay, here we go. So what I was talking about is all of these. Look, it's fine. Look, I think it's fine. Everybody does their review. Everybody's got to shill their shill, man. Everybody's got to do what they got to do, man. But I still feel like I don't know. I think a solid roasting is in order, you know? That's all. I just think a solid roasting is in order. Okay, so now we can properly talk about what I was talking about now that I have my slides up. Let the presentation begin. This is what I was saying. These little ports on the bottom, right? Is nobody else concerned that these are just hanging out here now? Like, what the hell, dude? Like, dude, you can't take that shit to the beach. You can't take that. Like, there's no plugs on it. I guess what could you do? You could fabricate something and just shove it in there and hope it doesn't, go too deep, right? I could see someone doing that, like ripping up earplugs and kind of shoving them in the holes and trying to plug that up. I don't know, man. I don't know why they did that. I think that's not a good idea. That's what I'll say about that. It's not a good idea that they got those holes out there. I do think it is cool they got this. Did you notice they got a 7th custom button there on the EVF on this huge boat on the top of the camera? No, it's awesome. I'm just jealous. I'm jealous of the EVF that it's not on my A7C Mark II because this camera is literally the same camera as my A7C Mark II. Oh, you want to know the thing I'm really fucking pissed about? Here, now we'll get into some negativity. I'm glad you guys brought up some negativity. What up, BME Films? Yo, Omandru. Greetings, guys. You got here just in time. The first 10 minutes were a wash. I didn't even have my screen share on. Okay, so this is the biggest thing that I would like to complain about. The Big 6. They put the Big 6 on this camera. Why the fuck do we not have that on the FX6 yet? We're not even going to get it on the FX6 until February of next year, supposedly. Supposedly, that's when we'll get it. Because as soon as I saw this, I was like, no fucking way. We got the update. I didn't know we got the update. There's no update for the FX6. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? I hate it when Sony does that shit. I hate it when they do that shit all the time. You know what I'm talking about. They always do that. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about the Big 6. So I did a YouTube short on this a while back. Should we watch it? Maybe we'll watch my my YouTube short real quick. For those of you that don't see my shorts, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I did a video on the Big 6 when they first announced it. This was a long time ago too, actually. And it's just easier for me to show you my own video than to sit here and try to talk about the Big 6. It would be better, but now I don't even know where it is. Fuck. I don't even know where it is. It doesn't matter. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The Big 6 menu. What they did basically, it's Sony finally copied ARRI. Look, this is a thing it's been on ARRI cameras for decades, right? So this is what it is, right? So it's this this right here. This is how the ARRI menu has looked for decades. I can literally show you what an ARRI menu looks like. Yeah, with the simulator. By the way, did you guys know this? We had to do this in film school when we all weren't, you know, you have to take slots for the camera. Like, look, this is an ARRI. Like, look, this is what I mean. But they had it on the original, the classic. So, but anyways, you know, no shade. Like, we love the menu. Like, we all want the menu, right? Like, that was the whole point. It's just a super simple menu, right? You got everything right here, and that's why they call it Sony's calling it the Big 6, because you got 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. And I don't know, with ARRI, I don't know if you can customize what they are with ARRIs. I can't remember, honestly. It's been a while since I got to shoot on an ARRI, but I can't remember if you're able to customize those or not. But I believe on the Sony, it's probably going to be a thing, right? Because I mean, that's totally Sony's thing to do something like that. But maybe not. Maybe they can't. But I think they can. I mean, that would explain why they each have their own little button. You can probably like tap and hold and change it or something. But yeah, that's the thing where I was pretty bummed out about, to see that on this little fucking camera, and they didn't give it to the FX6 yet. The Big 6 in Australia is McDonald's, KFC, Hungry Jack's, Domino's Pizza, Subway, and 7-Eleven. What the fuck is a Hungry Jack? Is that like Jack in the Box or Hungry Howie's, or a combination of the two? They got burgers and pizza. It's a Hungry Jack's. Sigma FP discontinued. Is that right, Krebs? Sigma FP discontinued? Is that right? How do you know that? Sigma FP discontinued, question mark. How do you know that? Are you just spreading rumors up in here? Yes. Yeah, no, not yes to you. I was reading the AI overview of Google when I asked it if the FP was discontinued. Yes, the Sigma FP and FPL cameras have been discontinued. Wow. Look at that. You know what that means? They're cooking up something new, bruh. They're cooking up something new in the kitchen over there at Sigma. They're whipping something up. Oh, no, I forgot. They already put out that dumb little credit card camera. What was it called? The BF? I call it the credit card camera. Where is this thing? The credit card camera. Kind of looks like a credit card on steroids with a screen on the back and a huge fucking lens attached to it. Look at this thing. This thing makes no sense. You would just like fall forward. Could you imagine trying to hang this around your neck? The lens is just pointed straight down. I don't understand that camera at all. Don't even get me started on that one. But yeah, back to the FX2. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. I mean, honestly, guys, I don't understand. The shillers and wheelers, you know, they really like to make their clickbait. I was just fucking around with mine. I really don't have anything negative to say about it. I'm just bummed out that this got the Big 6 and the FX6 did not. Why are we not updating the FX6 menu? They don't care. That's Sony's thing, man. Other than that, though, oh yeah, and I did talk about this earlier, but since I didn't have the slideshow up, I'll bring it back. I think another downside of this camera, beyond them just having the ports for the audio just wide open, again, look at that, just wide open to the elements. But another downside is this camera only has one CF Express card slot. The FX30 has 2. I used to have that camera. That was like a huge advantage of the FX30. Like that, I mean, if you look at the price point of how much the FX30 costs, I mean, the A7C2 costs more than the FX30, and it only has one normal SD card slot. You know what I mean? So people don't think about media things, and I just think it's weird that this camera costs what it does. But this is what I was saying earlier. Like, I don't think it can handle the heat of this fucking huge EVF they put on top of it, right? So they got this big ass new EVF on here, and meanwhile, it's probably burning up too much heat in the camera, you know? So I don't know. That didn't really seem to affect the final codecs and stuff though, because it all looked identical to the A7C2, honestly. Let's see. Hungry Jack's is our Burger King. Oh, damn, we got a lot of Australians in here. Damn, that's what's up. One day I will go to Australia and I will have Hungry Jack's. And you all can meet me there, and I will buy you a Hungry Jack. We will feast at Hungry Jack's. I hope it's as cheap as our Burger King, but I hope it's better than how our Burger King tastes. Oh, it is Burger King. okay, you can't use that name in Australia. What did one guy go to Australia and he's like, I want to have Burger King here, but we're not going to call it Burger King. He's just like so happy he can finally name it after himself. It's Hungry Jack's. It's just fucking Burger King. It's just a bunch of franchises with his name on it. I kind of like it. The rotating EVF is cool. It depends on the price though. Yeah, dude, totally. The EVF is everyone knows the EVF is the coolest part. It really is. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people that hate on EVF and then they get it and start using it and they're like, oh damn, this is the shit. You know, like that's just how it is, dude. EVFs are awesome. So yeah, man, like it is the best. I mean, that's the only selling point of that camera. I mean, what else could it be? You know what I mean? Like what else, why else would you want it? You know, those tiltable EVFs, man, do you guys remember that there was a Lumix camera called the GX85? Man, I think it was one of the first like really cool cameras to have like, because it was rangefinder style, okay? But, oh, this isn't it. This is the little baby one. No, I'm talking about, oh, it wasn't the X, it was just the G80. No. Damn, what was the name of the, so they made one where it had it literally had a tiltable EVF. Oh, Sigma, man, I'm losing my mind now. Lumix G85, was it? No, that's the other one. Damn, it was something like that. It was G something 85. Anyways, they had one, man. Lumix had a rangefinder style digital camera with a tiltable EVF, just like this FX3 here. I don't think it was that badass. It wasn't like this badass, but it was a nice tiltable one. Anyways, I digress. Brah, cooking. Yo, these companies pay more for creator advertising than developers for updates, laughing my ass off. Yeah, I think they do. Because I think these guys over here, Jesus criminy, oh, I lost my thing I was talking about. Damn it, now we gotta bring it back up. Yeah, all of this stuff, man, yeah, because like some of these guys get fat paid, bro. You know, you already know they do. You know Gerald's got them private jets, bro. I'm joking. But he probably can get free flight tickets, I'm sure, you know, and not through his credit card. I think Gerald gets taken care of very, very well. I think Sonic does here too. Sonic, our man Sonic, the real life version of Sonic, he gets a lot of nice things. You know, Mark Bone does, the boner. All these guys do, you know, they get some nice checks. They're getting some nice checks and good for them. You know, they're influencers, man. They deserve it. Look at this thing. Look what someone made with AI. Do you see this one? Look at the one in the middle, the Sony FX2 in the middle. Look what it predicted it would look like. That's so funny, man. AI is crazy, dude. Notice how they put like that attachable EVF from like Leica cameras. That's so dumb, dude. Yeah, they all got to get paid. Hey, man, dude, you got to do what you got to do, man. But it's just a shame because, you know, like I just, like, you guys know how I like to review stuff. I like to roast it. I don't care about the good shit. Really, I don't, because everyone's going to find out about the good shit. Look, this is the reality of why, this is why I think it's crazy that people say I'm negative or whatever. Because here's the thing, bro. You're all going to find out the good shit. You're going to find the good shit. If there's good shit about it, that's all people will be talking about. But not enough people talk about the things that they would probably do different, right? And that's how I've always approached any review that I've done here on my channel, anytime. And that's why companies ghost me. You know, like companies choose to stop talking to me because, like, one, they know they can't control me, and two, they just know I'm unpredictable and that, like you guys say, they think I focus on the negative, but it's not that. I'm focusing on what I would think it could use as an improvement. In my head, and maybe it's just because I'm so pessimistic, but in my head, I'm like, dude, isn't that the point of a review? For me to review this item? And maybe because I'm such like a pessimistic person, I hear the word review and I think, oh yeah, let's get critical about this. That's how my brain works. I don't sit there and go, ooh, I can't wait to share all the things I like about this. No, dude, I don't give a fuck about that. Like my brain does not think it like that. My review is just that. I will review. I will be critical of that mofo. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that's what's missing from most like YouTube review. I mean, not all of them, but certainly these bigger ones. And it makes sense, guys. They, like we all just said, we all know they're getting paid, right? So are you going to bite the hand that feeds you? No, you're not going to do that, are you? That would be kamikaze. Oh my God. You know what I mean? None of these guys, certainly none of these well-established guys, are going to bite the hand that feeds them, right? They're just not. They're just not. And that's why you can't ever, in my opinion, you can't have a real review by someone that works for you. That doesn't fucking make sense, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's why like movies do a thing where they literally bring in literal strangers. They bring in literal strangers off the street to sit in and watch a show, watch a pilot, and then let them just brutalize that pilot. Why? Because that tells the producers what they need to try to fix, or the pilot that will never see the light of day. That's the reality of Hollywood. So why the fuck don't we have these same practices on fucking YouTube camera review world? But we don't. We don't. Right? Because if that was the case, they would be mailing them out to people like you and me and fuckers that don't matter to the world and being like, yeah, this is what I would change. You know what I mean? That's why I fucking love Reddit. I love Reddit for camera reviews because the people on there are not getting paid to say anything. They don't work for anybody. They don't give a fuck, and they just roast the shit out of it. But you know what the best part about it is? It's not about like, oh, he just loves being negative. No, the best part about it is you can make an educated decision on if you want to buy that piece of shit or not. That's the whole point of a real review. Do I want to buy this? Right? So if you're sitting there thinking about, and I'm talking to the same crowd of people, maybe not all of you, but there was a good hand of people that attacked me for me just, making a video about, telling you guys that I got rid of the Sigma FP, not you guys, but my audience, right? And the audience went fucking nuts. They lost their minds. Ooh, now he's turning on us. I just bought this FP. Now he's turning on us. It was 9 months after I had it. But here's the thing. What I'm saying is it's like, I don't know. And we're getting a little too, I feel it. We're getting a little too wild on it. I don't have to keep talking about it. I think you understand what I'm saying. I get heated up about it though. I do get passionate about it. As you can tell, I get passionate about it. And that's a fault of mine too. I just get too passionate about it. I don't need to. It's not worth it. But I think you all understand what I'm saying. And I think most of you agree with what I'm saying. Anyways, Justin, do you miss your Komodo? No, not at all. I really don't. With the FX6 just makes my life so easy with everything. It's just, man, look, guys, I got a video dropping tomorrow morning, and it is all about it. And I feel like a lot of my audience is not going to watch it, unfortunately, because it's more about like filmmaking rather than like a piece of gear. It's this one right here. It drops at 7 a.m. West Coast time. It's got Sean Baker on the front. It's all about Sean Baker. Why am I talking about this? Well, because his first two big movies he shot on camcorders, DV cams. And I just talk very, very briefly, like 1 or 2 sentences in that video about why I love the FX6 for probably about half the shit I do, because nowadays I got to do it by myself, and the FX6, man, just makes my life so much easier. And it is kind of the equivalent of it's like a camcorder on steroids if you have the right lens attached, you know what I mean? And I usually have the big 28 to 135 f4 power zoom attached to it. So yeah, man, it gets wild. And I absolutely love it. No, I don't miss the Komodo at all, dude. Tastes the same and it sucks. Oh, bummer, dude. He was talking about Hungry Jacks. Didn't they just make the FX2 to make the FX3 look good? You're a new buyer. You see those two and the FX3 is a goddamn steal. Yeah, maybe. Maybe so. Yeah, that makes sense. Is it oh yeah, the GX8. He's right. That's the camera it was. It was the Lumix GX8. Dude, this was the one. This thing was a goat. Look, it's still going for $700. Dang, these cameras are expensive, bro. $700. This camera is so old, micro four thirds, but look, yeah, you can tell. Look how nice and tucked away it is though. This is what's kind of cooler about this one. You can't even really tell that it does it. It's so tucked away in there. I don't know. I'm kind of back and forth on it because I kind of do like the size of the one on the FX2, honestly. It's so hard to keep calling it the FX2. That's weird, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, you're right. It was the GX8. Yeah, man, I wish I could find a picture of it tilted up, because it doesn't even look like it tilts, but it totally does. They just had it tucked away so good. You can't even tell that it flips up. I bet the guy on eBay will show you. Hold on. We'll almost get out of this, I promise. It's 20 megapixels, micro four thirds though, man. Boo. Yeah, see there, right there? Like the whole thing. They did it so smart, man. Like there's barely any protrusion at all. You can't even tell that it flips up. This guy probably didn't even know that it flips up. Why would he not take a picture of that? Is this not the right camera? I'm almost positive it was the GX8. I'm almost positive it was the GX8. And yet none of these are showing a picture of that thing tilting. But it totally tilts, man. I remember specifically. Because I wanted this camera so bad. So bad I wanted that camera. Anyways, let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Didn't they just, okay, it's so hilarious how these videos all come out on the same day. I called Kobe out for it and he got so defensive. Kobe Bryant? Kobe Bryant's doing camera reviews? It was the Lumix GX8. Thank you, Brandon. They all have to sit on them because it was embargoed. I don't know what he's talking about. I was a runner on a commercial for Hungry Jack, shot on the DVX100. Sick, dude. Hold up, let me look that up real quick. The DVX100, just so I can remember. DVX100. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, I missed that camera. Damn, these are still going high, huh? 1,200 bones, bro? Holy shit. You are keeping it real, bro. Jason Morris. Jason Morris is in the house. Jason Morris in the house. Bro, dude, weren't you hating on my my YouTuber versus freelancer video? I thought I offended you, bro. It's good to see you back, man. It's good to see you back. All is forgiven. I gave the FX2 as a roasting for my opinion. I'm a Sony fanboy too. Oh, I know you're a Sony fanboy, Jason. We've all seen your videos, bro. We know you're a Sony fanboy. There's nothing wrong with being a Sony fanboy. Look, I'm a huge Sony fanboy. I love the FX6. I'm the Sony fanboy that never wanted to be a fucking Sony fanboy. I never wanted to be that, dude. I never wanted to be a Sony fanboy, ever. But as soon as you start shooting Sony, you're just like, oh, you feel like you just sold your soul to the devil just a little bit. You're like, fuck, dude, I'm in now. I'm in. And you can't get out. And that's the crazy thing. Sony is like the drug of cameras. They're the crack. I'm aware of embargoes, but still just as ridiculous. 23 days under a lamp and my yellow thorium pan color is still yellow. What kind of lamp? Dude, Carlin, you're using the wrong you're using the wrong lamp. Hold on. Let me show you, bro. Let me show you the one to get. And then let me show you the one to get. It's a special UV lamp, dude. I used to have one. They're super powerful. Actually, bro, this is the one I used. This is the one I used to clear up the thorium in my 58 mil 1.2. This is the one, dude. But listen to me, bro. Listen, who was I talking to? What's his name? Carlin from San Diego. Carlin from San Diego. Awesome, dude. Listen to me, dude. This is what you have to do. I did just like this. I clamped it to the table, and then you put your lens. You put it as close as you can to the lens. Dude, I set it right on top of it. And you're doing bottom and top, right? Each one for at least 3 days. At least 3 days straight. So I put it all the way down. I almost touched the lens, like almost touching the lens. And then what I do is I take tinfoil and I create a skirt, right? Because you don't want any of that light leaking through, and it gets really, really hot too. So you do need to check on it from time to time because it will get hot. So, but you wrap it in tinfoil, or better yet, black wrap. Use black wrap, and then hopefully it won't start a fire, but you should still check on it. But black wrap is kind of expensive and you might not be able to get it wherever you are, whatever. Anyways, if you can't get black wrap, just use tinfoil and yeah, just create a huge skirt so no light leaks out between the lens and the thing. 3 days on the top, 3 days on the bottom. It'll be crystal clear, bro. But do note that it will come back. It comes back in about a month. So you'll have to do it like once every month and a half, probably. Yo, what up, bro? Yeah, love your channel too. Yeah, we all know. Let's see. Creators selling products makes uniformed consumers really susceptible to large company marketing. Instead of a marketplace of creation ideas, they sell you the shiny thing. Yeah, bro, preach it, dude. He's up in here. Fight Club's in the house, bro. Armando shit on it pretty well. He said it was annoying that Sony won't listen to their focus groups. He said no one asked for an EVF. I don't know, dude. I feel like a lot of people did ask for an EVF though. I feel like it was hit and miss, dude. You know, because I low key, I ghost in the groups. I ghost in those groups, and I see I would say it's almost 50-50. The amount of people that I've seen complain about not having an EVF on their FX3. Seriously, I would say it's 50-50. I saw it a lot. So I think he's wrong about that. I think maybe him and his audience weren't asking for an EVF, but those audiences certainly do exist. They certainly are out there, 100%. Yeah. I don't believe 99% of YouTube camera reviewers. I love finding small channels buried 40 pages back, giving you a real review. Yeah, that's how he found me. That's how Stuart found my channel. 40 pages in the back. I'm the asshole in the back of the glass smoking. The little kid selling cigarettes. I was the little badass dude. Just you know, that's the way you grow up, dude. When you're small, you're like, dude, I gotta find out how to be just crazy and just fucking vicious. That's what happens, bro. That's what happens. They are getting fed products rather than valuable skills that are transferable across camera systems. They are getting fed products rather than valuable skills that are transferable. Yeah. Yeah, that's deep, Charles. You're getting deep over there, my friend. What are all these numbers on your guys' thing? Why do you all have crowns and numbers? I'm not secretly creating a cult here, am I? I'm getting confused right now. Let's see. I fear for beginners coming into this space and not learning about the art. Yeah, dude, that's why my channel is shifting. That's why I say a lot of you guys aren't going to be into this Sean Baker video, but the real ones will. My channel's slowly shifting. Have you guys felt it? It's shifting. It's shifting. It started with I don't know where it started to be exactly, but it's shifting. We're not, I mean, look, we're not going to stop talking about, you guys know me. I talk about anything and everything around camera related stuff and movie stuff, lighting stuff. That's just me, man. So, that was just a joke I was making. So don't get too freaked out. Let's see. I fear for beginners coming into this space and not learning. Oh yeah. User critics like yours are gold for manufacturers. Yeah, but not really. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know if they listen. I feel like they get just as pissed, like they lose their minds too. Don't get it twisted. Like even engineers, they like to consider themselves artists sometimes, So I'm just saying, people are sensitive, It's the same for me. But here's the thing, like I love getting roasted. So if there was another YouTuber like roasting me, like I would get a kick out of it. Like if he was doing a real roast, like if he was doing a real roast, if he's just on there like attacking the way I look, that's not roasting. You know what I mean? Like, although I do that, but that's low hanging fruit. He would have to do more than just that. You understand what I'm saying? But I think I would be into it. But there's a good number of people that are not into it because it's just like what you were saying about nobody asked for the EVF. Well, nobody asks to be criticized, right? Like nobody wants that. But I think that. If anybody should be, it should be companies. It should be products that you're sending out. Those should be criticized, right? Like that's the whole point. And the difference is my problem is I don't know how to be political about it. I don't know how to be like mature about it. I'm just like, this fucking sucks. And this is what they should have done. I have no idea how to make one of those compliment sandwiches that my wife is always talking about. I really suck at making compliment sandwiches. There is no, and that if you don't know what that is, that's when like you have if you have something, like a critique, you always put a compliment in front of it and behind it. That's what like good political people do, smart people. But me, no. If you grew up a little hungry and vicious, you're not gonna know how to make compliment sandwiches. You just go straight for the jugular. Let's see. MFer, I'm going to be waiting for that video to drop. Prentice in the house. Did they call it the FX2 because it's a step backwards? That's what I'm saying. I feel like someone fell down the stairs a little bit, mainly only because of the audio ports hanging out like that. I think is just a weird one for me, man. But the big step backwards is taking away that CF Express card. That one I do not understand. Oh my gosh, dude, that's funny though. Oh man, dude, I'm getting so far behind. Sony, if you are watching, please don't kill me. Nah, dude, they don't watch my channel. Are you kidding me? Dude, nobody watches my channel, dude. We don't have to worry about that. Yes, GX8 EVF is dope, better than FX2. Yeah, it really is because it's so flush. That thing was so perfectly flush. You couldn't even tell that it tilted up. That was genius. I don't know why they couldn't do it with this one. There's no reason why. Look, the specs on it are good, but they're not like amazing. There's no reason they couldn't have just made that. Oh, I know why. They got all this shit in here. They got this full-size HDMI and whatever these things are. Do you guys ever use these things, by the way? What are these things? What are these ports over here? This USB-C port and this micro USB. What is that shit for? Nobody ever uses that. I mean, does this camera also let you live stream? The only time I use the USB-C is if I'm going to live stream. But a lot of cameras that have this, they don't let you live stream. So what do you do? Are you really charging your camera like that? You don't have $80 to buy a real battery charger. You just want to have your camera up against the wall all the time. Like, I don't understand, dude. Like, those don't even need to be there, right? Meanwhile, these things, these audio ports, those should be behind a lid. Doesn't that make more sense? Let's put that shit behind a lid. Something that you're going to use probably all the time. Nah, we'll just let it hang out. You know what? I was watching one video and they're like, it makes it so much more accessible. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I don't know, dude. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Yes, Sony, please kill us. Blackmagic full frame worth it for strictly narrative? Rocking a ZV-E1, but least favorite camera, even though it's perfect at the price point. Dude, Blackmagic full frame is worth it. Look, just because I roast Blackmagic so hard, I think I pissed so many people off for how much trash I talk about Blackmagic. But here's the funny part. Guys, are you ready for the funny part? I like Blackmagic. I don't mind Blackmagic. I roast them all the time. I think they're like an adorable little company, right? Like they're just that company. I feel like, haven't they always been that way? I mean, hasn't Blackmagic always been the redheaded stepchild? And I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I love my redheads. And I love, actually, I don't really care for stepchildren though, but I do, I've never had a stepchild, but I have had a stepbrother and I did not care for him at all, one bit. Probably the worst human being I've ever met in my life. But redheads, I do love me some redheads, so I shouldn't have said that. But I think Blackmagic has always been looked at as like this company that's just like, well, let's poke some fun at them a little bit. I mean, literally, when I did film school, I did film school in like 2018, right, or something, just because I was like, I want to get a proper education or whatever. It doesn't matter. But anyways, I was like, our teacher, our cinematography teacher, I remember like anytime he brought up Blackmagic, or certainly if any of the students brought up Blackmagic, he just started talking so much shit about the company. And I was like, dude, that's hilarious. And you know, he was in the locals, you know, he's a union guy. He's in the guild. And I just thought that was so funny, man. And I don't know, that's probably, you know, I am a product of my environment, you know. I'm like a little weird little reptile. I just soak up everything I hear and then I just become that. I'm just like a huge ball of just everything I've ever seen and heard in my life. Oh my God. Should not have admitted to that. Let's see. Lumix EVF sensor mistriggers when you reach for the screen, then the screen blanks. It does? But isn't that like a setting thing? Can't you change that? I mean, don't most cameras do that? That usually you can toggle. You know, what I do always with the cameras when I first get them is I make one of the switches toggle between the EVF or the screen. I don't even fuck with that auto shit. Like, oh, no, that shit pisses me off. It's not quick enough. Anything that's automatic is never quick enough for me. Imagine that. Okay. Sony made a camera for people that like sticking things in their eye. Yeah, you got to be careful. Oh my God. John 2000. Thank you, brother. Thank you, sir. John 2000 is the sole producer of the Justin Phillip channel, guys. Him and the Patreon is what keeps this oil burning. That's hilarious, bro. Thank you, John. Good evening, everyone. I am a Sony fanboy, but I don't feel like I am trapped in the Sony red wagon. Yeah, dude, I am. I'm definitely trapped in the Sony wagon. But at the same time, I'm not. I am a fanboy, but I'm the fanboy smoking cigarettes in the back of the class, just mad at the world. But you know, I'm not mad about this camera. I am talking a little bit of shit about. I'm sure, John, you would appreciate what I was saying about these audio ports just being out in the wind. That seems a little ridiculous. Anyways, oh yeah, I was gonna say though, talking about putting stuff in your eye, you got to be careful of these EVFs. Actually, my first camera job that I ever did here in LA, I was shooting BTS for this music video, and they were shooting on the ARRI Alexa, and he was using the EVF, the DP was, and he got pink eye because it was a rental. So you got to be careful of that. That's why I don't like renting my cameras. And that whole thing with like, and that's also a thing like with my Easy Rig. Like I don't ever let anyone else wear my Easy Rig. I'm like, no, dude, trust me, you don't want to wear that, and I don't want you to wear it. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It just seems like something that you could get something from. You know what I mean? You got to be careful of that stuff. That's why you got to always have this. Look at that. I always have it. It's literally right here. I use this all the time. That's Pancro, guys. You got to get yourself some Pancro. You do that. It's basically just watered down isopropyl alcohol. It's really all it is. And then I always have like a half a dozen of these sitting around, these Kimtech wipes. You got to be careful with these though. These will scratch the shit out of your lens. You want to make sure you get these wet first. You know, you spray them with your Pancro, wipe it down. You know, you do the wet side first, then flip it around and do the dry side. Boom, you're out of there. Love it, dude. Yeah, and because it's mainly alcohol, it's great for wiping down all your stuff. I use it on my cell phone almost every night. You can ask my wife. I mean, I use it to wipe down everything, because it kills germs. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a germ freak. Did I mention that? Justin, what do you think are the worst trends in YouTube review videos? Holy shit. I didn't even see that. You guys are killing it right now. Charlie Krebs. Charlie Krebs. Dude, what is happening? Oh my God, dude. I don't know what I have to do. You guys are making me nervous now. That's amazing, guys. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. Let me get back on it here. But John, yeah, you made him do it, bro. Holy shit. I got all mixed up now. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Lots of weirdos asked for an EVF. Yeah, dude, that's funny, dude. Okay, here we were. Justin, what do you think are the worst trends in YouTube review videos? Personally, I can't stand the ones where they're making coffee or filming some guy doing CrossFit. Wait, what do you mean? Why, if it's a review video, why are they making coffee or doing CrossFit? Are you watching videos about CrossFit? I'm so confused. Or do you mean the making coffee thing that like Casey Neistat started? Casey Neistat started that shit, by the way, making the coffee thing. And then like literally every vlogger started doing it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What worst trends? Look, I don't know, man. Look, do you guys want to see what my YouTube channel looks like? I mean, my YouTube homepage. Guys, you'd be like, look at the shit I watch. Look what I watch. This guy made a camper out of pallets. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, there's a couple camera videos on here, but look, it's old ass film cameras. Like I watch old ass film camera channels. I watch people who make weird shit apparently. This guy quit smoking weed. I don't know why we care about that. And Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know, dude. Like a lot of skateboarding. Look at this guy. Yeah, Webbs. He's okay. This guy's like half vlogger, half skateboarder. And then all this like, I don't even know why this top news stuff is on here, but then more film cameras, more van life. There goes Wandering DP and skateboarding and comedy shit. Lots of comedy. I don't know, man. I mean, so there and I only show you that because like, I don't know, I'm not tuned into the camera review world. I only had brought them up because I literally all I did was type in Sony FX2 and literally all of our friends, well, I don't know about friends. We'll use the word friends very loosely, especially looking at that guy's face. But everyone else, I think, oh yeah, there goes Jason right there. You know what I mean? Like they're all in. Like these guys are all in here. But I only did that. I only knew that because I just typed that in. But that's not my search engine, bro. So I don't know. I'm kind of out of the loop on that, to be honest. I don't even know what the trends are, dude. I couldn't tell you. I have 4 Sonys, fanboy 2. Holy shit. So is the new Lumix S1 Mark II also a bunch of hype? Let's see it. Let's pull it up, bro. Lumix S1 II. I don't know. Did we talk about this? I think I briefly talked about this in my Shia LaBeouf video, but then that turned into a full-on Shia LaBeouf. I only put Shia LaBeouf's face on there. Oh, because he had that thing happen at Cannes, but the whole vlog the whole stream turned into Shia LaBeouf. That's so funny. So this is the camera you're talking about? Look, I think this camera is amazing. Look, what'd you say about it? Also a bunch of hype? Why would it be a bunch of hype? Oh, because of the card slot. Well, look, this is another thing. Guys, don't blow shit out of proportion. Everyone does this to me, man. Everyone does this to me. I say one little thing, and then they just hone in on that one little thing. You guys are like laser focused, man. No, man. You got to think big picture here. That's another thing. When you're watching me, don't watch me with a narrow lens. You got to watch me with like a 16 mil, man. You got to get the whole picture in here, dude. You know what I mean. But look, look. Yeah, do I think it's worth the hype? Yeah, I think this camera is worth the hype. Do I think they fucked up by, using only one card slot in it? Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay, you get 2 card slots. Well, what's the little rinky dinky one for? Proxies? Who wants proxies that are like that? I don't know. I guess if it's going to make real proxies, because in my experience, anytime a camera says with proxies, it tends to be a little bit of an issue sometimes. I don't know. I haven't done it in so long. Don't hold me to that. I don't think I've actually tried to do proxies in camera in like 3 years or something. It never turns out though. Either way, maybe it does for you. Maybe the technology has gotten there, but still, I would rather have dual slot for dual recording or, jump to one card to the next, whatever. But I don't know. Yeah, I do think that's a disservice to the camera. Everything else though, dude, no. Look, if I was into these Lumix cameras, I think this is a cool camera. I mean, just look, we talked about this, but we can talk about it again. Now, look, they got this high resolution mode for 96 megapixel images. For a guy like me that likes to scan his own film, that's a huge thing. Maybe I understand probably a lot of you don't care about that. But look at what else it has. 5.1K 60p open gate. That's insane. It made me squeal a little bit, dude. That's insane. 5.1K 60p open gate. Just let that sink in. Like, that's crazy. Meanwhile, the FX2 is still cropping in at 4K 60 to a Super 35. Right? It's literally the same thing my A7C2 does. So it's just like, ugh. And yeah, by the way, if you guys are just getting here, this camera, that's all it is. It's an A7C2. with a Transformer suit on. Look, I don't hate the camera though. I still think it's a cool camera. We should get that straight. But look, if I had no lenses, right? Or if all, like if we go back to like 2019 and all I had was vintage lenses, right? Because vintage lenses can go on anything, right? So if that's all I had and I didn't have a good camera yet, and it was down to this FX2 or this Lumix S1 II, and I wasn't already drinking the Sony poison, meaning that I had tried a Sony camera and now my life is over because the devil got me by the long hairs, all right? Like completely brand new to the camera world, I would hands down go for this Lumix S1 II just based upon the specs alone. That is insane to me, right? That is insane to me. Just based off specs alone, I would go for this Lumix hands down over this. But because of the situation I'm in, for instance, if you already have E-mount glass or you've already used the Sony camera and you know it's going to be better because you know Sony cameras are always better, then yeah, then you would obviously go for the FX2. Please paste the link. Please paste the link of the light. Guys, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Let me try to do it, bro. I wish I could. Last time I tried to do this, it wouldn't let me. Did it go in there? I don't know if it went in. Lots of weirdos, whatever John 2000 says goes. Yeah, sorry if you guys are talking, by the way, I'm way behind. Wasn't this supposed to be the student camera? What, the FX2? No, dude, that is not a student camera. There's no way that's the student camera. The EVF is a good idea, but like someone mentioned, it would be great if you can remove it like the Canon 6 Mark II or the Sigma FP, Yeah, exactly. And if they would have done it like that, if they would have made it an add-on, then they could have protected their audio ports a little better, right, guys? They could have protected their audio ports because then they would be able to cover those back up, get those recessed, get those inside, bro. Lock them up, bro. Lock them up when you're in the desert. Lock them up. I'm telling you, dude, those jacks are going to get destroyed. They better come up with a system for that. I appreciate the shift, Justin. Filmmaking YouTube of 2020 is dead. That's right, bro. It is dead. It's always been dead. The EVF is going to make it suck to pack it in your camera bag. Yeah, someone else showed that. Guys, is that come on. That's a really nitpicky thing. Oh man, I can't get it in my camera bag the way I want it. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the Louis C.K. joke. And we don't like Louis C.K. anymore. We can't like him anymore. That's not a name we mention anymore in this house. But he does have a funny joke where he's talking about when you're driving and the drivers they make that crazy turn and they're just messing up traffic for everybody. And the driver's like, well, this is my favorite way to go. I don't know. I obviously can't deliver it the way Louis C.K. can, but the whole point is like, come on, that is like, look, I am notoriously known by my friends here in LA and my wife that I will constantly go crazy over the most minute thing, right? Like I'm basically like the Bill Burr of my own little family, right? And so I know this already, but even me would not complain about something getting in the way of how I put it in my camera bag. Because a camera bag, you can just assort those dividers any way your heart desires. Like, that's why I'm like, no, dude, like those little dividers, you can put those anywhere you want. You know what I mean? Like that's not a very good thing to complain about. That's like one of those luxury problems, we call those. We should also place bets on how long until people start complaining about the EVF breaking easily. No, dude, I think you're wrong about that. That thing looks solid to me, or at least it better be. Look at that thing. It's huge. It's huge. It is ginormous. I think if something starts breaking on that, we have a problem because that thing is ginormous. Why am I number one? Yeah, I don't get it either. Yo, Trevor's in the house. Yo, wait, did Sony put EVF because Chuck Norris's can't see in the afternoon? I don't know what you're going on about, dude. Thanks, Charles. John says he is old, so don't take his word for anything. Do your thing the way you need to, man. It is all good. No, John. Everyone should take John's wisdom. Everyone should be taking John's wisdom. And I don't say that because he's a producer of the channel. I say that because he is experienced, right? So this is why I say, like, you need to listen. Yeah, John, don't downplay yourself. Share that wisdom, bro. We need that. We need the pearls, bro. We're dying for the pearls, man. They called it the FX2 because it's poop. Damn, that shit got me, Lorax. That one got me, bro. Was not expecting to read that out loud like I did. Nah, John, the young learn from the wise. Exactly. So, my bro, I was going to buy 2 FX2s. JK. Jeff Fagan is in the house. Jeff is another camera warlord, but he's split off a little bit too. He's kind of gone the way of the MacBook world. He's shifting too. That's what I'm saying, man. All the real ones are shifting. We're all shifting, boys. We're shifting out of it. Here's the best part about this camera, honestly. The bottom. That's the best part of the FX2. Come on, Jeff Fagan, buy 6 of them, bud. He might end up doing that. You've got a good point, Lorax. I may buy 9 so it comes close to the FX9. Oh, dude, that would be a killer video. That would be so funny. You got 9 little cameras all stacked on top of each other. You could probably do some badass matrix shots like that. Blackmagic is incredible. Their image is better than Sony. Wow. John, what is going on, bro? Buy some more coffee you and the wife likes. He missed last Sunday. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, John. What did we do last Sunday? I don't think you missed anything major. We were just kind of roasting. We were just jiving. We were just talking about tariffs and AI. It was just kind of jiving. It was a slow one. It was a slow night. Always glad to have you, John. Okay, let's see. Blackmagic is incredible. Their image is better than Sony. I do think so too. Bimmy Films. I think Blackmagic has a better image than Sony. I do think that too. But you don't see me selling my FX6 to get the Pixis, do you? No, you just don't. And that's what I was talking about. Oh, I've been poisoned, my friends. I've been poisoned. Oh man, that's so funny, dude. I feel like Daniel Day-Lewis in Phantom Thread. No spoilers, but I don't know. I already said too much. Okay, every camera is capable of being a cinema camera nowadays. The cameras do not matter anymore. That's right, Charles Krebs. That's exactly correct, dude. The cameras do not matter, and I think that's why I don't care as much anymore. Like, I'm just not pumped up about it. That's why I say, these guys have to be getting paid to act like they still care. Now, we know there's some real ones in here. Jason Moore is, we made amends just now, like 30 minutes ago. We're cool now, I guess. But no, there are some real ones on here, but there are also some. Now, look, I'm not saying fake. Don't get it twisted. That's not what I mean when I say real one. I just mean more like, I don't know, someone that's not getting like some sort of incentive from the company, right? That's all I mean. So like, I'm saying they would have to keep getting incentivized in order to stay that excited about shit that is essentially just carbon copy. It's got to be like the same as the film days. It's like, how much fucking film like can we make? And it was probably even worse then. Think about the film cameras, right? Film cameras. It's like, dude, like what else can we do? And then now we've evolved into this and it's just like, dude, what else can we do? It's so scary. I don't even want to think of what else we can do, right? You know what I mean? This little tiny camera has 5.1K 60p open gate. That's freaking insane. And doesn't it also do ProRes internally or some crazy shit? Like this camera is nuts. And this is what I'm saying. I'm like, it's just too crazy now. Like it's all gotten so crazy to me. I feel like the old man at the arcade, and you're just like, what is happening in here? Like what is going on? Where are the trees and the little deer hopping along in the meadow? Like what happened? Because this shit has gotten gnarly. And this is what I'm saying. Like after a while, like me, I just like tuned out. Like I just turned off. You know what I mean? Like you see so much of it, and then my brain just goes overload, and then I'm just like, okay, I don't care anymore. It's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Jeff Fagan, if you buy 6 of them and mount them all together, you will have an FX12. Now, there's a good point. People poke fun at Blackmagic. Blackmagic ignores them and then literally eats their lunch. It's true, Trevor. It's true because we all have Resolve. We all have Blackmagic shit. I have tons of Blackmagic stuff. The video assist. I have all their little weird accessories. Like I have tons of Blackmagic shit. But it is true. Yeah, and we all use Resolve. We all have the panels. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you, John. Yeah, there's a setting. What a man. Wow, that's FX2. Yo, yeah, that's right. John is the executive producer of the Justin Phillip channel. That's hilarious, dude. He really is, dude. I secretly suspect that John 2000, Justin's daddy, dropped so much coin here. Yeah, if that is true, one, that would be a drop in the bucket compared to what my father owes me. But we won't go down that road. He better not be my dad. I'll be finding out where he lives real quick. Let's see. Yo, Charles Crape. Yeah, dude. Charles Crape. We got 2 producers in the house now, dude. Jonathan Wu says, I wish FX2 was just a normal hybrid camera. I may actually get it. No, what are you talking about? It is a normal hybrid camera. It's pretty damn close, dude. I'm telling you, it's the same exact camera as my A7C2, which is gone now. Well, it's gone off of our screen share, but it's literally, I'm live streaming with the A7C2 right now. That's what the camera is. Sorry, that's the FX30. That's what the camera is, bro. You don't have to wish anything. It's the exact camera. It has the same shutter. It has the same sensor. It has the same autofocus technology. It has the same exact amount of autofocus points. It has everything, bro. It's literally the A7C2. It is the same sensor as the A7C2. So yes, the stills mode, it'll be the same quality as the A7C2. So you don't have to wish anything. It's already there, bro. Look at now Sony owes me a check. Imagine that. Jason, if you're still on here, you know, tell your rep we gotta throw little JP some change. Oh my god, dude. Sharing an easy rig is like sharing underwear. Sounds fun, but totally disgusting. That's what I always tell people. That's what I always tell people. It's like sharing your underwear. That's the exact same thing I say, Lorax. That's hilarious. Damn, nobody in here tonight but ballers. Yeah, dog, we're making a rain up in here on the JP channel. I understand the port structure, but there's something that each of the ports can do, but many people are not aware of what they do. See, John's the man, dude. That's hilarious, dude. By the way, he's talking about these audio ports just hanging out in the world. Jason's CrossFit lens reviews are fine. No hate on that. See, I don't even know who that is. I don't know who Jason CrossFit is. Is that his name? Now I'm confused. I got into YouTube because of Casey Neistat. I think we all did, Omanchu. I mean, he is between him and Bo Burnham, they are the OGs of YouTube. We could make a video about churning butter and doing CrossFit, then eating buttered toast. It would be trend setting. Now you're talking. Now he's in full Seuss mode with the rhymes and limericks. Wow, great thing to do. Yeah, dude. Thank you guys. What Jeff's talking about? I'm on a 7.5 right now. What are you talking about, Jeff? 7.5 in the Richter scale? What are you doing over there, dude? Me, fisheye, super wide. Oh, yeah, I'm so far behind in the chat. That's when I said you got to watch me on a wide lens. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, you get it. You have to. By the way, Justin, I tracked down all the modules for my DSMC1 and got booked for a national ad. I might produce the only commercial shot on DSMC1 this year, laughing my ass off. Holy shit, dude, you did? Wow. See? And what were we just talking about, guys? The gear doesn't matter. Now, I'm really surprised he got to do a commercial on that thing. That to me is surprising. Where are you at again, Krebs? What part of the country are you in? Because that might dictate how you got a commercial shot with that camera as well. But also here's the thing. Here's the thing too. We don't know who Charles T. Crepes is. This dude could be like, probably is. I mean, obviously they hired him to shoot a commercial on an old ass RED camera. So we already know he's got some talent, right? But he might have some heavy shit under his belt already. And obviously we all know that is always what's going to get you the job. Either that or the fucking gaffer is your best friend. Probably not the gaffer, but the producer or the director, right? And then you bring your best friend, the gaffer, on. And you know, so that's what I mean. And I think that's also why, but me, like, I'm not talented, right? So there, you know, I do have to kind of pay attention to the gear, but also I have this, now I'm in the pit with this YouTube channel. Guys, once you start a YouTube channel, you will never get out. You're just like in a sinking pit. You're just like, what's that called? When the sand moves slow, quicksand? When the sand moves slow. When you're in quicksand and you start going down real slowly, that's what it feels like to have a YouTube channel. Like, most people get excited about having a YouTube channel, not me. I'm just getting like super nervous. The deeper I get into the pit, I'm just like super scared. And what I mean here is because the YouTube thing, like, I can barely handle this shit, man. You know what I mean? And what I mean by it is like keeping up with all this shit. That's why, like, I don't do it anymore. I'm like, I can't keep up with all this shit. It's just too much for me to keep up with. I don't think I have a high enough IQ like some of these guys do to keep up with all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of shit to keep up with. So that's why I'm like, dude, I just got to stay in my own lane, dude. Like, I have to, because I can't even pay attention to this other crazy shit, man. But anyways, Charles, congratulations on that, bro. That's amazing. Sick of new cameras, says Austin Stewart. Just want to sell all my stuff and buy a 35mm film camera and sit in a camper in the woods and wait out this whole AI thing. You're going to be in that camper until there's no more woods, bro. They're going to come. You're going to be in those woods so long. You're going to wake up one day and they're going to be chopping the woods down. And there's already a condo built next to you. You're like, God damn, where'd this condo get here? Yeah, bro. It's not going to happen, bro. You just have, this is what I'm talking about. You in the pit too. We're all in that quicksand pit. You just got to come to acceptance, man. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just pure acceptance. Oh man. Yo, John says his kids are in their mid 50s and Justin is way too young. And I don't have any other kids, at least none that I know of. Well, thank you. He called me young. The Faustian man says he's a Lumix ambassador and wait until you see the S1H2. Oh shit, we got a Lumix ambassador. We got a mole in here. We got a mole in the building, guys. Where's all my crowns at? Watch out for the Faustian man. No, I'm joking, dude. That's crazy, dude. S1H2. See, I don't know anything about it. Don't know anything about it. It's an A7 IV with a PP that they want you to poke your eye out with. Dude, Lorax, you're getting too wild, man. You got no more Miller High Lives or whatever you guys have down there. Just post the link in the description. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I figured out how to put it in the chat. Let me do it this time. Let's see. Finally got to see you live. My mom said I had to go to bed soon, though. Damn, Luminova, get your ass to bed, bro. You shouldn't be listening to me anyways. Your mom's already messing up. Nobody that's having their mom tell them to go to bed should be listening to me. I'll put out my own parental advisory from now on. Oh my God, that's hilarious, dude. Can you set up a thing where we can ring and call in and ask a question? Oh my God, that's genius. Like the original Tom Green. Yes, dude, that's my ticket. That's my ticket. Yes. Tom Green used to do that. Did I call him John Green? No, Tom Green. Tom Green. If you guys know who Tom Green, this is the Tom Green show. I don't know. I'm really dating myself now. But Tom Green used to have a thing where you could, that's how he was the original Rogan. Like Rogan literally stole his idea. And there's videos of this too. So we'll go down a quick comedy thing. I'm a big fan of comedy. I did Growlings for a couple years. I did my time. I performed at the Comedy Store. So anyways, I am a bit into comedy and things. So that probably explains why I like roasting shit. But anyways, do your research on that. But yes, that would be amazing if we could figure out where you guys could call in. I think we can do it with the Discord thing. Here we go with the Discord thing again. I think there's a way to do it with the Discord where you can call in. That would be so funny, man. Thank you for putting that in my head. Stuart Monroe, that is genius. I'm watching this. Hold on, damn it. Now I got lost. Every time okay, here we go. I'm watching this and working on a spec spot to try and get a new client with. You're watching this while on a spec? Dude, you're wild, bro. They really missed an opportunity by not putting an SDI port in the worst place on the bottom of the camera. Wait, what the hell are you talking about, Prentice? They really missed an opportunity by not putting an SDI port in the worst place on the bottom of the camera. Are you just making crazy jokes now? Because I don't follow that one. Agreed. They get flown out to exotic locations and get to play with cameras. Never take anyone's opinion that has a relationship with camera companies, even when they say the thoughts are my own. Faustian, you just admitted to us you're an ambassador. But wait, you're an ambassador, so you don't have to do reviews, right? Like if you're a real ambassador, you don't necessarily have to do reviews. You just they basically just endorse you because of your work. So that means that you're basically sponsored by, like I look at it as a sponsorship, like in the world of, I come from skateboarding too. So like in the world of skateboarding, you get sponsored if you're good enough, and they just kind of like give you free shit. And that you kind of share each other's notoriety a little bit, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I respect that. Let's see, Ranger 7 in the house. I'm waiting for the chip implanted into my head. Yeah, it's coming, bro. The technology is incredible now. We are all spoiled, 100%. All right, chat, let's team up and make mockumentary commercial about the FX2 and the theme of A Christmas Story, where the user pokes their eye out with the EVF. Holy shit, that's genius. Lorax, you came up with a good one. I take it back. Keep drinking the Miller High Lifes. Or whatever the hell you drink down there. That is so funny, man. Holy shit. And I get to play the little kid. I have to play the little kid. That's so funny, man. When I just said that, I have to play the little kid, it made me think of that James Franco sketch where him and his brother, it's a really old sketch from Funny or Die, where James Franco and his little brother, they're doing a James Dean scene. And James Franco tells the little brother, he goes, no, you have to play Salminio. I'm James Dean. And he goes, I want to be James Dean. He goes, you can't be James Dean. I'm James Dean. like dead serious. And then like a year later, he ended up playing James Dean. Oh man. Anyways, we go down some rabbit holes here, guys. Oh my God. Every time I see a review on a Sony camera, I move to the next video. I just don't care about Sony. I know that's a hot take, but I don't. Well, I'm glad you stopped in for this one because this actually isn't a real review. So Ranger 7's a real one. Let's see. The Lumix S1 Mark II is a good camera. And for most people, this camera will do what you need. There it is. Now for what I shoot, I don't shoot movies or anything like that. I shoot Playboy style. And so 60 frames per second is I need. He shoots pornos. Oh, damn. I think I just got my video flagged. If it's not flagged already for my language. Dude, do you live in the valley perchance? No, I'm just messing around. RED is made by Nikon, but I owned a RED before Nikon, and I must say it was a great camera. I hate the RED weapon, but it was overkill for me. 100%. REDs are overkill for most people. I'll admit that. It was way too costly for what I shoot. Well, certainly with the DSMC2s. DSMC2s were like Legos. Those proprietary MFers. That's the best thing about Nikon buying RED. It's like, thank God we can get away from this proprietary craziness. But I don't know if they will, because Nikon kind of like being proprietary too, don't they? With their weird ass mounts. Nikon and their crazy ass mount, dude. I think, and now it's making sense, that marriage between Nikon and RED. That's hilarious. Do cinemas in US play 8K, 12K now? Hell no. Hell no. I don't know, maybe. You see how much conviction I have? Marianne yells at me all the time for doing that. I'll have so much conviction and then just be like, I have no clue. Texas. Oh, Charles is in Texas. Bro, he's honestly, Texas has a little mini Hollywood down there now. They really do. Yo, am I late? No, Gosha, you're not late. The first 10 minutes was me talking without the screen share on, and people were just like, what the hell is he ranting and raving about? And someone said I was George Costanza's dad on 7 Espressos. Anyways, here we go. Let's see. If you wait an hour, the FX20 will be out. That's hilarious. Honestly, I would not be shocked if that happened. Clients just wanted grading flexibility. 6K for post-cropping and PL mount for lenses. Checked all the boxes. And that's all you really need. Yeah, and here's the thing too, and that's a sad thing. Remember when it was like, oh, 4K is just so we can, you know, have really good looking 1080p. Remember those days? Do you remember those days? It wasn't too long ago. Now it's like, oh fuck, now we need 6K, so our 4K will look really good. And what's the next step? Well, now we need 12K, so our 6K will look really good. I just noticed my camera's been bouncing back and forth between me and Nick Cage back there. Oh my God. Let's see. I appreciate that you're sticking to your guns. Hell yeah, bro. You got to. FX30s very much have the same features as A6700, but still mode is crippled. Nobody talks about still mode of FX2, and why would they? But I need full still mode. That's what. Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, you need full still mode. So why the hell would you buy this camera? Like, I mean, honestly, like the A7C Mark II isn't even going to check your... Dude, if you need a full still mode camera, you get the A7R5. There you go. You're welcome. Again, Sony, you owe me some change, brother. I just sold you an A7R5, which actually that camera does have my favorite screen on it. We have to pull it up now that we brought it up because I have to show this on every stream. And one day I too can be a Sony shill. Here we go, guys. Look at this. I love the screen on this though. It's just so genius. And now it is kind of getting adopted everywhere. I think Lumix even adopted this now. Actually, yeah. Why am I looking at the Sony? This camera adopted it. Just another reason this camera is mind-blowing. Did they not? Wait, I thought they did. Yeah, they do. They have it. See what it does? It does the tilt down. Oh my God, it does the tilt down and the flip out. That's what I love. I absolutely love that, man. That's like my favorite screen in the whole world. Anyways, okay, here we go. Yes, you can do a call-in line. Phil DeFranco used to do it. Oh, Phil DeFranco, the news guy? Are you talking about the news guy? I love him. Hold on. Okay, let's see. How do we do this? That would be so funny. Oh, you know what? I would have to do it through OBS. I'm going to have to do some research on that, but 100%, I have to write that down so I do not forget to do that. I wish cameras now just separate stills and videos. Make one line specifically for stills and another video. Combining these two, that was the smartest part about the FP. That's what made me so excited about the FP, because that's when I was first getting into like street photography and shit. Horrible camera to use for street photography, obviously. I didn't know that because I was just getting into street photography. Anyways, story moves on. But yeah, every time you flip the mode on the top of the FP, it literally would switch from full stills mode. Like your menus would change, everything changes. That was so rad, dude. I absolutely loved it. And it changed everything automatically too. So it would go from being a shutter angle to a normal shutter speed. Like everything would switch automatically. It was so awesome, dude. Sigma FP, now discontinued. Those mofos do owe me a fat check. No, I'm joking. Is this a joke, Sigma? Don't sue me. Okay, here we go. No reviews. Yep. I use the FX3 and FX30, but what I don't like about Sony, they cripple the features. The ability to shoot 120 frames on a Ninja V Plus, which is what it can do, but Sony wants you to get their CF Express Type A card. Dude, I'm telling you, dude, the CF Express Type A card is where it's at. That is the way to go, dude. But here's the thing. I only say that because I never wanted to have the huge monitor on there. I hated that. I hated the huge monitor, dude. I hate all that shit. And so like, yeah, I just get I get the good media. I keep it all internal, bro. All internal. That's why I say. That's why I like the idea of the EVF, because I'm like that. I'm someone that would use it. I don't care about this camera. I'm not going to buy this camera. But I'm just saying those people do exist out there because they're like me and they don't want the big monitor and all the nonsense, bro. I just like to stay nimble as I can. What's this one say? Atmos theaters are 8K? Yeah, that makes sense. Cinemas in the US play 2K, seriously. Some of them do. I think the ones I go to do. And they're AMC. Nikon's backwards focus rotation is the worst. 100% the worst. I hate that in the Nikon cameras. Bro, I've used my FP for commercial work and shot on Cinema DNG 1080p. A good grade goes a long way. Dude, Charles Cripps is the man, guys. That guy is the man. Oh, I didn't know what would happen if I clicked on that. Sorry. That's awesome, Charles. Yeah, Faustian Man says, movies are a mess. The laser calibration is non-existent. Colors are crazy, as opposed to a bulb with printed film. Most standard movies are 2K. IMAX is usually 2K upscaled to 4K. Dirty secret. No, I believe it. You know what I hate about the theaters, though? It has nothing to do with technology. What I hate about the theaters is and I brought this up last week because I saw Friendship last week. Hilarious movie, by the way. But when you go to the theaters, you know how they have those alleyways that you have to walk up, right? Like you're walking up those alleys and then you bang left or right to go into the theater. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little alleyways. Those things, man, when they don't close the doors on those tunnels, it's the most annoying fucking thing, dude. Like, it's like, dude, why do you not close these tunnels? That to me is my, now here we go. Now I'm in full Bill Burr mode here. But that is the thing that drives me insane about going to the theater. I'm just like, dude, shut these kids. They like everybody that walks down the hall. You hear everything and everyone. It's really, really bad. And it's usually in every theater. Maybe I'm just so anal. It's just like, and it was so bad when I saw Friendship. I thought it was in the soundtrack of the movie. That's how crazy it was. Like, it was really messing with my brain. I was like, because it's one of those weird, it's Friendship. It's weird movie, and I'm just thinking like, are they playing a joke on us right now? Like, is that audio in the speakers? Like, that's how crazy it was. Anyways, nobody knows what Sony camera to buy because there are too many and they overlap. Yeah, well, yeah, especially if you're brand new, dude. If could you imagine being brand new? Could you imagine being brand new? Like, you signed up, you're like 18, hopefully you're 15, but you're like signing up for your first little photography course or whatever, and you're like, yeah, I want to buy a Sony. You're just like, oh my God, could you imagine, dude? You wouldn't know what to do. There's so many of them. In fact, I think do we all split colors? And I'm like, oh no, I don't want that because I already suck at colors. I'm like, I cannot go with a camera that gives it to me out of the box sucking. I'd be in big trouble then. Anyways, let's see. Lumix was first, GH5 about 10 years ago. Yeah, dude, I used to have a GH5. I loved the GH5. I loved the GH5. Wow, my camera just tried to talk to me. Or my computer. No, Lumix had that screen first on the Go S1 line. Oh, really? See, Lumix had it first? Really? The Sigma FP splits the functions. That's my cinema camera. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. It's so cool that it does that. I'm going to leave it on like the dumbest part about the camera. Okay, let's see. Full tilt GH5, the Pan S1, S1R, S1H, S1R, no full tilt. Full tilt GH5. No, the GH5 did not do that. The GH5 did not have the cool screen. I definitely know that. The GH5 didn't have that cool screen, unless you're talking about something else. No CF Express Type B is better. Wait, what's he saying? No, CF Express Type B is better than A, is old technology, and the Type A card costs you like 5 times as much for the same storage. They're saying that Type A is old technology, but they've been saying this for a really long time. They've been saying forever that they're going to discontinue Type A, but they haven't. They haven't. But also Type B is too big. Type B is too big for these little cameras. Like, if you did Type B, all you could have is like one Type B and then like a micro SD, right? Because Type B is huge. They're thick. They're fatties. They're bigger. They got to back that ass up in there. You know what I mean? And then you wouldn't have room for another card. So then you would have to do pretty sure you'd have to do micro SD, and that's pointless in my opinion. Anyways, I still want an FP. Ron Coy says he still wants an FP. I just can't afford to buy one right now. Maybe in a couple months, dude. They've got to be dropping for dirt cheap now. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to show you guys. They have the so people start dropping their FX30s. No joke, man. People start dropping their FX30s. These are from Facebook Market. This one's going for 12 hundo. And this one's going for 16 with a Metabones. I just always like to do that whenever a camera drops. We did that when the RED and stuff was going on. But yeah, man, honestly, this is a little high. He's gonna have to come down. Because guys, I sold mine with the Cinelock Metabones. Mine had the badass Metabones with the Cinelock. Like that's 700 brand new just for the Metabones that I had. It's basically like a wannabe PL mount for EF. And I had the little wooden camera top plate, and I gave him a dummy battery and a normal battery. And I sold mine for 1,500. I was working, man. I was like, dude, just give me the money, bro. I gotta go. So yeah, 1,500, man. So that's why I feel like this is a little high. I think 1,600, like, but he should probably also be able to get 15 because I know I priced mine a tad too low. I just want to make a quick sale on it. Anyways, oh yeah, but now that we're in here, we can see what the Sigma FPs are going for. I don't think they're going for much, dude. Look, we don't even have, look at this one, $1,000 with the accessories. Dude, you got to get on this one. This is cheap. Is it though? Well, now it's discontinued. I mean, with all the accessories, he's giving you an SSD. I mean, you can use that forever if there's no viruses on it, you know? I was going to say something else, but then I was like, I already said that today and I don't want to get flagged a second time. Anyways, let's see. I'm not an investor, but the FP will catch resale value at some point. Yeah, 100%. You want to know why? Just like the OG Pocket, just like a lot of Blackmagic cameras, honestly. Like, yeah, dude, this camera, this is a cult classic. This is a cult classic camera right here, 100%. Look, he's even got the full tilted cage. Whoa, with a PL mount? No way. This is a good deal, guys. $1,000. This guy owes me money. This guy, whoever buys it, man, tell him he owes me some change. No, I'm joking. Let's see. Ways to let people, hold up. Ways to let people call into your YouTube live stream. StreamYard is the easiest way to bring guests on. Screen no software to install browser-based share. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that later when I can use my brain a little bit. Pour a 40 out for the FP. Honestly, a magical time in cameras. Yeah, 100%. But also Stuart Monroe, thank you for dropping that, and I'm gonna come back to that. Thank you for leaving that there. Okay, let's see. The reason for the upscale is due to bandwidth. Every film come in from a secure server over the internet. I don't know what you guys are talking about. No, we lost him. Lost who? Oh, I'm not even online anymore? Am I still online? Oh, you scared me, dude. The Sony A9 Mark III still dominates in the video realm. All good now. Oh, is that why it was talking to me? Something dipped out? Okay, we're back now though, right? Or am I talking to myself again? That's crazy because OBS says we're good to go. I think we're good here. Wait, it'll show me over here. Yeah, I think we're still good. Anyways, I'm going to act like we're still good. And hopefully I'm not just talking to nothing. All right, I started on the GH4. What's he saying? Okay, hold on. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I started, and guys, I try to read everyone's, man. I really do, because I feel like that's what keeps the conversation going. I started on the GH4. It's the only camera I bought 3 times over. Damn. Lorax says he's going to buy this camera and tell everyone that I am the new Bruckheimer because it says cinema line on it. It must be true. Here he goes. He's back on it. Is the stream in and out for anyone else? Sorry, guys. Yeah, I missed that one. Just reload. Should I reload right now? Is it still messing up? Is it popping in and out, guys? Let me know right now if it's good or if it's crappy, because over here it shows that we're still going. I don't see any issues with it right here. Good now. Okay, weird. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, that was kind of happening back and forth there. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I was just saying that I really try to read everybody's things so we can have a good conversation here. Okay, let me see. Then why not allow you to just use your Ninja with an SD drive? That is the best way now. Cameras are being built, allowing you to plug in an M.2 SSD. That is the way to go. CF cards cost too much. I know what you're saying, man. You're talking like what we used to do with the Sigma FP, right? And look, the guy that Dark Labs that made that really smart thing for the FP, he did the smartest thing ever. And that's my biggest thing. Like, hold on, let me type this in and try to find the Sigma FP SSD, something like this. This is the smartest thing ever. And I had this. I did a whole video on this. So maybe you guys remember this, or maybe you never saw the video. Oh no, this is a YouTube video. We're gonna get flagged. Sorry guys. But you see it, right? You can see over here. Yeah, you can see on the screen. It's so smart because then those tuck in right there. It's all one solid piece. All one solid piece. Look, if they could do it like that, then I'm all for it. But I don't want cables and dongles and shit hanging off my camera. No, thank you. No, thank you. Right? I mean, you have a little tiny, I know, because I used to do that with the Pocket 4K, right? You got the little cable, and then Small Rig sells you a special clamp that holds your Samsung drive. It's just a nightmare, dude. It's such a nightmare. That little cable is just, I don't know, man. That's not a very good way to go, you know, especially if you're on a job and someone's giving you a paycheck at the end. No, I'm not going to put my faith into that little tiny SSD cable. Hell no. Not even with a lock or none of that shit. No. They need to figure out a way like this guy did and make it all internal, solid. It clicks in. Yeah, man. Then I would be all for it. Yo, seriously. Yeah, you're talking about insane deal on that Sigma FP? I know, man. I don't know where it went now. Where'd it go? This one right here. That is a good deal. That's hilarious. Let me see. You want to leave that up? Oh, I was going to say you guys could buy this. You sure you don't want to buy this? Vintage 90s Axel Laron BMX skate bike. Dude, I saw this thing. And I was like, dude, I have to bookmark that to show that in the stream. I almost forgot about it. Look at this thing. It is so crazy. Could you imagine riding this down the street? Just seat all up your ass, dude. What is up with this thing? A skate bike. I've never seen anything like this. It's basically got a skateboard truck in the front with 2 skate wheels and a little tiny baby bike tire wheel in the back. It's the craziest shit, man. It's basically like a unicycle with training wheels. It's so funny, man. Oh my God. YouTube wants to make us watch ads until our dying days, buds. Just a few frame drops. Thank you guys. Frame drop, man. We're frame dropping, bro. I got my little fan on the A7C. Maybe I should crank it up a notch. Hold up, guys. I'll put the little fan on the back of the A7C on full blast. I don't know if that'll help at all. Just got off my first PA gig. Congratulations, Robert 18. It was rainy and terrible out, and we had to cut the shoot early because of fears the BIMC 6K Pro would break from the rain or weather. Damn, you're PAing with a BIMC 6K, huh? Well, you're going to learn a lot out there, my boy. Just keep on trucking. Just try to like make a lot of connections. Hey, and you know what you should do? Make sure you tell everyone, you go, yeah, my real job is a DP too. I'm joking. But you should show your interest into the camera department, right? You should try to like, you know, be really cool with the camera department, bring them drinks, you know what I mean? Kind of slowly just kind of turn yourself into the voluntary camera PA. I may be speaking from experience. That's hilarious, dude. You are back. Okay. Thank you. Justin, your stream is good. Thank you. It was me that needed to reload. Sorry. I closed out the app and logged back in and it's good. Okay, guys. Sony recycling the junkyard with this one. Maybe Sony hacked into the YouTube gods and made my stream start hiccuping. They're like, he's talking shit about us. He's talking shit about us while secretly selling our shit and he's not with us. I only say secretly selling their shit because in the end, I end up praising these guys because, again, I drank the Kool-Aid. Let me see. Have you seen the new Sennheiser 8018 shotgun mic? Hell no, I haven't. It probably will sound better than the one I'm using from 2010. Let me see. You know, now that we have John and Charles producing the show, maybe I can get a Newman's mic and I can have some really good sound. That's hilarious. Let me see. Where'd that go? What is it? 8018? Oh no, I messed up my Windows. Sennheiser 8018. Let's see what this is all about. $2,000. Well, there you go. Damn, I forgot how expensive Sennheiser shit is. Oh my God, dude. For film, yeah, this is the real deal. Look at this thing. Wow, man, this thing's amazing. It's got auto. Damn, it's got left and right, and it has auto curve on there. Wow, that's a nice one, bro. Yeah, it's basically this generation's of mine. Mine's the OG. This is the new one, but I don't have 2Gs to drop on that bad boy. But also, like, that's not the kind of mic I need for this. I want to get a Newman's for the streams. But for the FX6, I'm going to keep old trusty for now. This is the MKH 416, by the way. Let me see, but that one does look badass, no doubt. You can buy a 4 terabyte M2 for $300. Try and getting a SD or CF Express card for $300 for even 1 terabyte. Yeah, I know, but you guys don't use the cards that I do. Now look, I did get these cards for free, okay? I got these cards for free. Don't hate me, but I am telling you right now, it is pretty insane what these cards are super cheap. It's this weird company called Chip Fancier. I've mentioned these guys in every FX6 video I do, but I realize not all of you have an FX6, so you therefore would probably not watch my FX6 videos. But look at this, dude. 256 gigabytes for $120. But listen to me, these are 400 VPG rated. They're VPG rated, and here's the craziest shit about these cards. They come with a lifetime warranty. That's the craziest shit. Lifetime warranty with these cards. And they're VP400. True VP400, guys. It has the stamp on the front and back. It has the stamp on the back, bro. Now, look. If you're going to buy these, please use my link. Because this is a company that I do actually am, you know, a shill for, I guess if you wanted to call it that. But I have not had any problems with these cards. And here's the beautiful part about it. If you do, it's a lifetime warranty. And you can let me know so I can let the world know, like, uh-oh, this certain one has been known to fail, right? Me, on the other hand, I've been using the CFAs in my FX6, shooting all frame rates on that dog. Now, again, I know we don't have open gate. I know we don't have all the cool stuff. But FX6 does pretty good, you know, and I haven't had any issues. These cards are no joke. Anyways, that's what I use. And I know it's still expensive. I know what you're saying. They're still expensive. Sorry. Every time someone writes something, it like jumps. Those DPL things are all like 2 times the cost now because of the tariffs. I don't know what that is. By the way, love your channel and the stuff you do. Thank you, bro. I finally switched to CFast 2.0 with my BIMC 4K, and I hated the SSD combo. Yeah, well, that's a thing too. Now that is a bummer because you're on those old ass CFasts. That does suck. But yeah, I hate having that cable running loose like that. I absolutely hate it. Doing filming is a business and costs money, so why not be cost effective? Go with cameras that allow SSD drives. That is the best way to go. Media storage is expensive. Man, he is fighting for this one, bro. Look, I know, I got you, bro. Look, A Moment in Time Productions is fighting for this one. No, it's fine though, bro. It's fine. Do whatever you want to do. I'm not trying to tell you, I'm not trying to convince you to stop, you know, using media in a dangerous way. If you like living on the edge, then live on the edge, bro. You are more than welcome to do so. In fact, I will applaud you for doing that. I love people that live on the edge. But me, when it comes to the media, I don't want to live on the edge. That's all I'm saying. That skate bike is definitely needed for the mockumentary. Buy it now. Yeah, you're right. Holy shit, that's what I come riding down the street on. Could you imagine? The screen opens up and it's just me from far away. I'm coming from far away and it's got the heat trails and I'm rolling up on this thing, eating fucking ice cream. Holy shit, dude. And it's just taking me forever to get to the camera. Holy shit, dude. Look, man, if I had $350 to burn, I would buy this bitch today. Because that would be hilarious. That would just be forever be the opening of my videos. He's like, I don't know. He's got this goddamn 10-minute long intro of him riding up on this skate bike. Oh my God. That's hilarious, man. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Okay. Way too rich for my blood. It would take 20 more years of $50 gifts to get that mic. No kidding, dude. Pro tip. First day on set as a PA, you need to find the director and tell them, listen here, bitch, I run this. No, dude. Don't listen to Jason Morbius. He's trying to get you banned. No. But kind of. You kind of do want to do that. No lie. But you want to do it in a calm and respectful way. Anyways, I have to admit, those look like good cards. I'll have to look into this. I paid $600 for my 1 terabyte card. Yeah, they really are, dude. They're nuts. I'm telling you right now. There's a link in the description. I just keep it there. I didn't put it there. I didn't plan any of this. All of my partner links, they live in the description. They're already there. They're copy and pasted automatically. So don't get anything twisted. I don't care if you buy these cards or not. I really don't. But this is hilarious. If someone wants to buy me this, this we need. That's so funny, man. I'm just gonna leave it up on the screen. Let's see, dude. That's a pretty badass card, especially for the 1 terabyte. Yeah, bro. They are a good deal. You guys keep making me bounce back to this. Let's see how much. I don't even have a 1 terabyte. This one's $400. I don't know. That now, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of money, especially when you're comparing it to SSDs. I admit that. When you compare that, 1 TB SSD you can get for like, I think less than half that, honestly. And it'll be shock proof, you know? Anyways, but it'll be on the outside. That's the thing I don't like about SSD. They just haven't figured out a good smart way, other than the FP and the FPL. They have not figured out a way, you know, to safely let you use those external SSDs. The monitor is the other way to go, but the monitors are too big, man. Anyways, I hope the FX3 Mark II has a tilting EVF. It probably will. It probably will. You know how they just like recycle and reuse? No, I don't know. It would be good if it did, yeah. LOL, you're a riot, love you. Yeah, man. DPL as in dark power lapse. Yes, dark power lapse. I just picked up the Sony 16mm 1.8 G lens. He's big ballin', stillmatic, big ballin' with the 16mm. Look out, look out. It is probably one of the best ultra wide angle lenses I have ever used. Yeah, you know why? You know why? You already know why. It's a 1.8. It wouldn't matter what name brand was on that fucking lens. If you had a 16mm that's a 1.8, no kidding, it would be the best lens you've ever used. That's insanity. That's insanity. That's just like that's a pure feat of engineering. Like that lens should get an award. You know what I mean? Any suggestion on wide PL lenses? Currently own the Athena 35mm for my 1.17 times crop sensor. What the hell kind of camera do you have, Charles? Oh, with your RED? Is that the crop it has? That's such a random weird ass crop, dude. Is that just because like combined with whatever format you're shooting on with the DSMC1? That's a weird crop, dude. Currently own the Athena 35. I mean, why don't you just stick with the Athenas then? Why don't you just stick with the Athenas? Look, here we go again. Now look, I do not get any commission for selling Athena lenses. I just did that one-time thing with them, and then they realized I'm a maniac, and I never heard from them again. So I do not care if you buy these or not. But I would say stick with them. You already have the 35. Just get the 25. This is the one I'm going to get next. I don't have the 25 yet. You know what I've been cutting the 40 and the 85 with? With my, well, with a bunch of different lenses, actually. I've been cutting it with this little lens right here. An M-mount lens. Now, this is crazy as horseshit. This M-mount lens, which goes on, you know, my film cameras. It's a Voltlander 28mm 1.9. I've been cutting this with the Athena 40mm and the 85mm because I don't know why. I can't get myself to buy this 25mm because then I also have the Minolta 24. I've cut the Record with the Nisis because it's a 24mm, it's a 2.8. It's not as beautiful as this. This is a 1.9, dude. And then I think maybe and I've also used my 15mm. I have a Voltlander 15mm. It's not like his 16 1.8 though. It's a 4.5, but it's old school. It's like this big. It's for the rangefinder cameras. I did a video on it actually. You actually should watch that video. I bet a lot of people didn't watch it because they thought it would be like too much about street photography, but honestly, it's not. It's not just about street photography. It's mainly about how badass this little 15mm lens is. I just want to find the thumbnail and show you guys so you can watch it after you get done watching this stream. If you're into wide angle lenses, it's right here. It's with it's my buddy there, Scott Myers. I went to the skate park and shot some photos of him. It's the one that says tiny 15mm must have lens, using a wide angle lens for street photography. But usually just check out the lens, man. It's super, super small. It's super tiny. I don't want to dig it out right now. It's buried in a case. Anyways. But yeah, I would say either like get you like something really cool and vintage, but I don't know. You probably got the money, bro. Just get the PL mount. Like just get it. Like if you don't have any other wide angle lenses, you just get this. This is the only thing that makes sense to me. Like just stay in the family of what you got. Oh, you want something wider than 28? Well, yeah, the 25. I mean, the 25 is where it's at. I love 25 on full frame. I mean, even right now, I'm shooting this stream on a 24mm. I mean, I kind of like that focal length. I started shooting street on a 24mm too. That's even crazy because I just get too close, man. I get too close. And I'm always like with the 28mm, I'm always like cutting off like parts of the top of their head or something. I'm like, no, I didn't want that to happen. So I keep wanting to go wider. I'm going wider and also so I can get more in focus. So I don't have to worry about, I'm just zone focusing, man. I'm a madman out there, dude. VP400 cards are now cheaper than V90 cards. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So, well, it's probably because they're probably phasing out the V90s, probably. The skate bike could be your new camera dolly. Dude, if you learn, imagine showing up to set at this. Imagine showing up on set, pulling this out of the van. Holy shit, that would be such a killer video. Dude, the reel would go viral. If I had a video of me riding that thing with my easy rig on, dude, the video would go viral. That is so funny, man. I have to do it. I'm gonna have to sell something so I can buy this skate bike. That is so funny, man. Do you think Elon Musk could be, hold on, what'd that say? Hold on, where did it go? Do you think Elon Musk could be buying Sony? It would go down the shitter like DJI did to Hasselblad. Why would he be buying Sony? No, dude. No, man, that guy has enough problems to worry about. That guy's not buying Sony. He's trying to figure out how to get his life back. That's the only thing he's doing is trying to figure out how to be cool again. Laugh out loud, gimbal and skate bike. No, dude, not even the gimbal. The easy rig, that would look even funnier. It just looks like an extension. So you're already riding this with a pole up your butt, and then you got the easy rig, another pole coming out of your back. That would be so funny looking, dude. Oh my God. Yes, dude. Show up on set with that BMX and tell him it's your dolly. That is not a BMX. What are you talking about, bro? It literally says right there, vintage 90s Axel Leroon BMX skate bike. What do you mean it's not a BMX? That is a BMX if I ever saw one. Oh my God. What's the name of that company that makes expensive camera dolly things? I don't know. Dana Dolly, Rig Wheels. Oh no, you're talking about the JL Fisher? You're talking about the real dollies, the JL Fishers? 1 terabyte you can get for under 170 easy. I got one for 110. Are you talking about SSD? Dude, he's still on it. Dude, moment in time, bro. You got to relax, bro. You got to hit up with the Lorax and you got to share. Lorax, give a moment in time some of your Miller High Life. He's got to chill out, bro. He will not get off this racehorse. It's fine, dude. Use your SSD. No one cares, bro. Nova Chips has some Type A cards that just came out. I don't know what Nova Chips is. I can't talk about it. No, I'm joking. I'll check them out. Nova Chips. Check out the Condor Blue SSD handle. Anybody that speaks that name in this chat, you got to put soap in your mouth now. Gosha, you go put the soap in your mouth. Nobody brings up Condor Blue in this chat. Chapman. Oh, he's talking about Chapman doll. Yeah, that's another one. Chapman. Justin, you really do wireless headset and a button that makes the air horn sound. Oh, on that thing? Yeah. Nah, the Dragon 6K sensor is a 1.17 times crop at 6K full frame. Pretty badass, to be honest. A 1.17 times crop at 6K full frame. Yeah, I never heard of that one. Yeah, the 25 is what I was considering, 100%. Okay, here we go. He's moved on now. Good deal. He's a moment in time says, I have the Sirui 24mm f2.8 1.33 times anamorphic lens and the Sirui 50mm f1.8 1.33 times anamorphic lens. They are really amazing. You know what, dude? That's so funny you bring up Sirui. They reached out to me today. They wanted me to look at this new, I don't know. I may not even be able to talk about what it is. I probably shouldn't mention what it is. I don't know. I shouldn't do that. But anyways, it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna work with them anyways. Hopefully they don't have one of their reps watching this crying right now. But dude, it was just so weird the way they presented their thing. Like the email said, like they said they offered to like have a commission for the video or commission for the video, right? On top of like commission for the product. And then when they saw my numbers, they took away the original price they gave me. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, that is some hardcore shit, dude. It's like, nah, your channel doesn't get enough views for us, but here's what we can offer you. You're like, get the fuck out of here, dude. And here's the funny thing. And this is why I bring this up, because one, most YouTubers would never tell you this shit, right? But two, it's because it's funny because it's like, bro, you don't think I'm worth it just because these numbers don't match what your boss tells you the numbers of the channel should get? Like, what people don't realize about my channel, and I think these live streams are a testament to this. I mean, look at these live streams. You know, my channel, you know, it's like, you know what I mean? There's strength in numbers for sure, but there's also something to be said about loyalty, right? There's something, and loyalty is probably the wrong word. I probably should not even use that word. That's my own fault. It's not the word I meant to use, but you understand what I'm saying? It's like a kinship. I think kinship is a proper word. There's a nice strong kinship here on this channel. And it's like, bro, if they don't understand that, then they don't even watch my fucking channel. Oh, by the way, oh, dude, we're going to roast the fuck out of companies now. So there was another company, Hollyland. I did this video for Hollyland, the Solid Cam SE Pro. Nobody watched it, by the way. It's been out for a month. It only has 1,000 views, but I mean, it's just a headset. You know, it's just a headset. And it's really just a video of me showing me and my guys how we use it on set. It's kind of funny, honestly. It's kind of like Andy Kaufman type of humor, if you get what I mean. You know, where it's like, what are we watching? You know what I mean? It's just behind the scenes bullshit, right? But anyways, dude, this video's been out for a month, and they kept messaging me, being like, "We need to see the video. We need to see the video." I'm like, "Yeah, cool, it's out. It's out." Then they started threatening to sue me. And I'm like, dude, do you even watch my channel at all? It's been out for a fucking month. And then I sent them the link directly. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, and then so like, and this is why I say I don't give a fuck, right? Like a company that doesn't watch me should not be sending me shit, right? You're not gonna, you know, if you send me something and you don't watch my channel, you are in for a world of hurt, right? That's why I say anybody that sends me stuff, they either are totally ignorant to what I do, or they love living on the edge. You know what I mean? Anyways. Okay, yeah, I'm still mad about this, that little camera gets the cool new menu and I don't. I'm still pissed off about that. Let's get that off the screen. I don't want to look. Let's look at something that makes us happy. Ah, there we go. Oh my God, it's so funny, dude. Let's see. Oh man. Oh, did John leave? We lost. Okay, John. Let's see. Are the Athenas Chinese made? The Chinese lens game are really flooding the market with quality. Yeah, that was the whole point of my video, dude. You haven't seen my video on those? Bro, you have to watch the video on that. The only reason why I'm pulling my hood up is because my hair just looks wild. But I can let my hair down. I don't care. I just feel more safe. I feel more secure if my hood is up. I'm in full Darth Maul mode then. But anyways, let me go in here. I was going to show you, like, dude, I'll show you the best review on the Nisi Athenas. And the Leica R's for that matter. Nah, I don't know, man. It won't be the best review on the Leica R's. But this video right here, this one right here, cheap Cine versus vintage Cine mod. Are your vintage lenses better than these cheap Cine lenses? It only has 6,000 views, but it has a strong fan base. I'll say that. There's a lot of comments on that video, obviously. But yeah, just maybe, you know, if you're not into like weird ass comedy, maybe just skip ahead. It opens up with a pretty gnarly sketch, super unhinged. But once it gets to the review, honestly, I love the Nisis. I'll just say that. And they do not pay me anything to, nothing. But I like the Athenas. They just make my life easier. And that's why I've been talking about the FX6. It just makes my life easier, you know? I think something just happened again. Yep. Oh man, we just lost it again. Damn, now how did that happen? Did it end? No, it's still live. Something happened, guys. I'm totally lost here of what I was doing. I lost the chat. Let me reopen this real quick. Here we go. Sorry, guys, I lost the chat there for a minute. And I thought that the live ended. Anyways. There we go. Yeah, I lost the chat. Anyways. Ba-ba-boo. You need to become the DJ Khaled of video YouTube camera reviews. Yeah, I need like a big, I need a hook. And you know what can help me get my hook? The Laroon BMX skate bike. Oh my God, that's so funny. Nah, the Dragon 6K sensor. Let's see what this says. Oh yeah, we read this. Sorry guys. Now I'm all mixed around here. I like the Sigma Cine lenses. They color balance them to match their photo lenses. Yeah, I've heard of that. Thanks for the recommendation. I'll check out that vid. I got to get some sleep or I'll be useless tomorrow. Everyone have a great night. Do good things, everyone. You need more of it. I know he's probably already gone, but John, thank you so much, dude. You're legendary, bro. The Lorax. For the mockumentary, we can only use kit lenses or Sirui Nightwalkers. This will be what we submit to Sundance. Yeah, exactly. That's what's cool with the 16mm is that if you punch in, it equates to 24mm, I believe. Yeah, 100%, dude. 100% on that one. Damn, I'm sorry. I missed John. Anyways, would be nice if the Athena line had a 20 or 21 mil. The set goes from 14 to 25. Yeah, I know. And that's a gnarly jump. That is a gnarly jump, dude. I always felt like the same way a little bit, but the 25 is good, dude. I mean, if you're on, look, only if you're on full frame. I get it. If you're not on full frame, yeah, that's going to be a bummer. But if you're on full frame, 25 is decent. I love it. Might be my favorite. And that was just like when I had the Zeiss Milvis lenses. RIP on those. The Zeiss Milvis lenses, that was probably my favorite out of the whole set. The 25 1.4, that lens was insane. And also insanely large. Too big for my blood. Let's see. Thanks for the advice, everybody. I'm heading out too. I got a crew call early tomorrow morning. Robert 18, he's one of the blessed ones. He's probably on the East Coast though, because it's pretty early over here in LA time. But yeah, dude, 100% Robert. Thank you, dude. See you, John. B-roll. 6K full frame is just how they listed in the menus. Not really full frame, but the next option is 2.41 widescreen, so I'm assuming it's just to differentiate. quality over quantity. Yeah, and that's kind of their thing with like the different flavors of RAW, right? They have so many different flavors of RAW. Well, Blackmagic kind of did that too. It's not about how many subscribers you got. It's about how much your subscribers believe in you and take you serious. If you got 1 million viewers, but only 10K of them trust you, what good is that? 100%, bro. That's what I always say. If they changed the numbers on me, I would have passed as well. My favorite is when they're interested in working with you and then they see my channel and disappear because I'm too honest. Yeah, same thing, bro. Same thing, Ranger 7. You're live still. You're back on. It's glitching. Oh, man. They are great lenses, sharp as all get out. Small and chromatic aberration is minimal. You're talking about the Nisis, right? Yeah, I love the size of these things. Because honestly, you know, some of my favorite lenses of all time, if I was a super duper rich man, I would have the original Zeiss Super Speeds. The original Zeiss Super Speeds. I absolutely love these things, man. So these little guys, these are the Mark IIs. I think these are fine, but I think the ones I like are even the Mark 1s. The Mark 1s are even smaller, I think. But maybe these are the ones I'm thinking of. But that's kind of like, you see these lenses and you're like, damn, they're so bad. Now keep in mind, these are like 1.5 because they're the super speeds. These lenses are insane. That's why they're $58,000. But these I think are the lenses that really got me hooked on size. And then obviously, you know, working with vintage lenses for so long, vintage lenses are just small by nature. And that is true. That's what I absolutely love about, but I have PL mount. PL mount's the way to go, dude. But, and they're still super tiny. Yeah. Super tiny, pretty durable too for what they're made out of. But honestly, it's the image. The image is clean for me and still a little bit not over clean, if that makes sense. But I don't mind it being as clean as they are because I'm so big into filters. So with filters, I can create any kind of combination of look or flavor that I want. So I absolutely love it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, those are amazing. Yeah, but you notice they got a hefty price tag, boy. They're going for pretty cheap on Adorama. What, the Athenas? Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own thing they use. I've always just used B&H, but Adorama's cool too. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. I mean, honestly, when you think about what it is, it's a 25 T19. It's a good quality lens. If you're getting the PL mount, it's a million times better. Is the PL mount a little more expensive? Probably. It's probably a little more expensive. It's got to be in here somewhere. It's weird they didn't like give us the option. Now, if you don't have a camera with ND, that might be a reason not to go PL with these because they are so cheap. It's like, well, what's it matter, you know? But with me, since I already had the FX6, I went with the PL mount. I would say if you don't have a camera with ND built in, then go for, yeah, I don't know. What are you working on that DSMC1? Did you get like the Rota Pola with it or not that, but the Revolva? Because, you know, I know Revolva's been making stuff for RED for a really long time. So like if you had that, then obviously you would already get PL mount. But if you're just rocking EF on that RED, then dude, you know they have that reverse filter system. They have a reverse filter system where you can load the filters in the back. And that's pretty badass. I don't know if there's a picture of it on here or not, but yeah, well, RF mount has it, but you're not going to be able to do that with the RED one anyways, because you don't have the, it's EF mount. So you got to get PL mount, bro. You got to get PL mount. Holy shit. PL mount's the same exact price. That's awesome. That's cool. Anyways, that's enough talking about that. But there's a cheap 50 mil 1.2 Zeiss on Adorama right now. Oh my God. Well, it's a photo lens, right? What? There's a 51.2 Zeiss? The heck are you talking about, bro? There's a 51.2 Zeiss? Wait, what's going on here? Is it Adorama.com? I don't know. I never go to this website. 50 mil. Damn it. All I want to do is search. This is what I hate about the internet. So many ads and shit. 50 mil 1.2 Zeiss. It's got to be an old ass photo lens, but is it going to show me, dude? Can you drop the link to it so we can look at it? I'm just curious what it is. I've never heard of a 51.2 Zeiss. They do have these new Otises that came out. Those are pretty nuts too. I love them Zeiss lenses, but they're way out of my range in price. If I had 50K to blow, I would give it to my mortgage company to get my monthly payments down. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, dude, no like freelancer guy is buying these. These are reserved for like rental houses, like big swingers, man. This is big time shit here. I mean, in my opinion, this is more my speed. Literally. Oh my God, dude. I was considering the Athenas, but DZO recently put the Vespids on sale in anticipation of the Vespid 2s, and I finally got myself a set, 21, 40, and 75. I don't regret it at all. The Vespids. Yeah, a lot of people like those. I'm kind of back and forth about the DZOs. You know, I was talking with a buddy of mine that lives here in LA, another DP friend of mine. Shout out to Matt Leo. I shot his feature film Shadow Marsh a long time ago. That's when I first got the RED Komodo. But we were talking about how like we like the DZO zooms, but we're not really a big fan of the primes. I mean, I'm not talking like we came to this decision together, like we're some kind of team or something, but we just like in sharing our thoughts and opinions on it, we were just casually talking shit about them. But we, you know, I just recall that like he also was like more into the zooms and the prime lenses, and I don't really know why. I can't tell you a direct reason why I feel that way, but I just know like the jobs where we've had those DZO zooms, they look really good, and then times where I've seen just the primes, I'm just like not as impressed as I was with the zooms. I don't know what it is. And it could probably just boil down to a million things, you know. I mean, maybe just the location, you know. I mean, who knows? Anyways, you know, and I only say that because, you know, we're shooting real shit with it, you know, so it's not like we're doing charts with these things. I was okay. Dude, I love filters. I love that you love filters. It's my new favorite right now is the Tiffin Black Fog. Yeah, Tiffin Black Fog's a good one. My favorite is Satin. I love Satin 3. That's what I have on right now. Tiffin Satin 3. It's my favorite. I've had that filter. I use it almost for everything. And then in the world of cinematography, well, I don't get stuck with one lens in cinematography. Or, I mean, I don't get stuck with one filter in cinematography because I just have every project I'm on. I try to create a unique filter combination for that project. I really do. This last one that we did, I think I used Tiffin Smoke, and that was mainly because I didn't want to piss around with the hazer. We just didn't have enough time to do it right. You know, if you don't know how to do haze right, it gets too fucked up too quick, and we didn't have enough time to do it right. You know, and in some of the places we couldn't use the hazer, and I knew that ahead of time. So I was like, dude, we'll just use the Tiffin Smoke for indoors. And then when we went outdoors, it just depended on the location. Every outdoor location, I'll give it a different filter depending on what the location is. You know, there's a lot of things to consider. You know, the backlight, that'll fuck up if you got the wrong filter on there. You know, shit like that. Anyways. I've got the titanium PL mount that shipped with the cameras in 2013. He's got all the Lego pieces. Does the rear mount filter throw off the back focus a bit? It does. It's been known to do that. You do have to calibrate it yourself. Ranger 7 says, I'm using the DZO film Vespas. I love the look. Yeah, see, people just love them. Here's another one. I'm a DZO film fan. So far, I have the full set of Pictor zooms. Oh, he's got the zooms. See, that's what I'm talking about. The zooms do look better to me. I don't know what it is. Zeiss sent me the 51.2 Otis to review. God damn, bro. Did you put it out? You talking about the new one? You talking about the new one? Did you get to keep it? Well, I don't know. You probably don't want to reveal that. But, I mean, that's badass. The 51. Look, the Otises are no joke. And those new ones are even cooler because they're even smaller. Let's look at it. Did you guys even see that? I can't even believe they... Oh, what the hell am I doing? Did I spell it wrong? There it is. I totally spelled it wrong. Look at this thing. Oh, it's a... Wait. Did you say it's a 1.2? This is a 1.4. They have a 1.2? It's not out yet. Damn, were you allowed to leak that? Damn, he's dropping some knowledge up in here. The zooms are nicer, but the primes have a nice vintage quality around the edges. That's what people say. But that's how I feel about the zooms. When I saw the zooms for the first time, I'm like, damn, I like how warm they are. They just kind of have like a warm glow to them. I hope that link works. Wouldn't let me paste the full link. Oh, you already dropped it? There is research for the company I can mention, but it was 2.1, my bad. New camera research focuses on improving low light performance without introducing excessive noise. This includes developing advanced sensors like back illuminated CMOS sensors and using AI powered. What are you doing? Did you just like copy and paste a description that you pulled off of something? What the hell are you going on about? Stillmatic says he meant to say 51.4 Zeiss Otis. That's the one. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, these are gnarly. Here's the crazy thing. I can't believe that they chose to redo the Otises before the Milvises. That shit makes no sense to me, right? Like if you know the history of the Otis lenses, they literally made the original Otises as a flex. They have admitted that. They admitted that they didn't even think anybody would buy those. Like they literally made it just to prove that they could create a lens of excellence. And then the Milvises were just to update the classics, the ZFs and the ZEs. So it's like crazy that they chose to go with like, let's revamp the Otis line. It's gnarly to me, dude. You would have thought they would have like advanced the Milvis line. Whatever, I'm not hating it. The Otises are a feat of engineering, you know. Processing algorithms to enhance image clarity in dark conditions. Dude, did you glitch out, dude, bro? What is happening to you? It won't let me send links. Search this in Adorama. Used Zeiss. Oh, it's a CP2. Oh, T21. I was reading it wrong. I read it as 1.2. Yeah, of course, compact. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. You're talking about the CP2s. No way, dude. Don't even waste your time with that. I wouldn't waste. We talked about this last week too. Someone else was asking about the Zeiss CP2s. These are too huge, man. It's not gonna show it on here. Those are the CP3s. Now CP3s are pretty nice. Speaking of the Otises, the OG Otises, no, I mean CP3s would be okay, but even those are huge. Like we were talking about this in a couple of live streams ago. Like to me, these old Cine lenses don't make sense anymore. And this is exactly why I sold my Schneider lenses. My Schneider lenses were amazing. Amazing lenses, hands down. The best lenses I've ever got to use. The Schneider Xenons. I absolutely love these lenses. I hate that they call them Xenons because anytime I told someone that I had the Schneider Xenons, they thought I was talking about the stupid ass Rokinon Xenes, and that would piss me off so much. I'm like, no, they're not Rokinons. They're Schneider Krosnia, dude. These are legit fucking lenses. But yeah, dude, these lenses are so gorgeous. I've done videos on these. You'll have to search my channel. I've done videos on these lenses. I absolutely love these lenses. But what it came down to, these things are thick. They are so thick and huge, and they're no bueno. They're so big. And for me, it came down to like, yeah, they may have 10 beautiful iris blades and they have perfect bokeh all the way down to T22 or whatever the fuck they go to. They're beautiful lenses, man, but they're just too big. And nowadays with all these little lenses we have, it doesn't make sense to have big ass lenses like this. It was so sad to watch those things go. I had to sell them, bro. I had to. Anyways, they now make me use the tip and smoke filter because I keep setting off the fire alarm. Yeah, dude, I bet. Justin, if you're in LA, we'll meet up. I'll let you put on the FX6 to test out. Stillmatic. Bro, am I subscribed to your channel? You said you do a review, so I imagine that you have a channel. I feel like I know you somehow. Wait, of course it brings up Nas. That's hilarious. Brought up the original Stillmatic. You'll have to send me your stuff, bro. Send me your stuff. I think I follow you on Instagram or something. Send me your stuff, and I apologize for not being good with names, but dude, we totally can. That would be badass. Anyways, meaning the camera, he's still going on. Meaning the camera would be able to get exposure like daylight, very low light, no need to fast lenses. Can't tell you who it is, but I know this is for a fact. Dude, he's in his own corner of the room, just going off, dude. I typed it out in a notepad and pasted it because I can't send that many texts in one chat message. Now it all makes sense. Okay, now it all makes sense. It came across like totally Rain Man, dude. Like, what is happening over there? Time for another flex, Zeiss. Yeah, dude. Well, these I think are a pretty good flex. I mean, they're the Otis Mark II. The Otises are no joke. Yeah, if you can handle the weight, the image is crazy though. Yeah, 100%. If you don't mind having some big hulking lens, but here's the thing, I would get the Schneiders over the CP2s. Why do you need the CP2s? They're literally just the classics. We already know that. Like there's nothing awesome about the CP2s. Like I would get these hands down. These have a beautiful image quality. If I had to choose between CP2s and having these again, I would go with these all the way. And I like the CP2s. I don't dislike them, but when it comes down between those and the Schneiders, oh, I'm going to go with the Schneiders. You best believe that. Nas comes up. Your channel is now banned. Really? Why? Why would they ban me for Nas? You can't ban me for Nas. Or did his music come on? Is his music playing in the background and I don't know it? Because we've had that happen before too. I've had videos playing for like 20 minutes behind me and I'm just rattling on. Oh my God, dude. Anyways. Let me see. I'll send you a DM on Instagram. That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought we followed each other. Going back to the film Friendship, I love how it was shot. Yeah, dude, Friendship looks so good, didn't it? Yeah, we'll pull it up real quick. They always do. Man, the A24 movies always look good, dude. And you want to know why? Look what I put. What did I write? AS24. What am I doing? My brain is like not connected. Okay, let me see. Friendship. Yeah, man. This movie looks amazing. But you know what they do? They're just filming it up. This was shot on film, I believe. I think this was actually shot on film, dude. Am I making that up? Why do I feel like this film was shot on film? Oh, it's ARRI Alexa Mini with Zeiss Master Primes. ARRI Alexa Mini, Zeiss Master Prime, and Ingenue Optimo lenses and graded at Company. See, it's Company 3. Company 3 is the secret ingredient for all A24 movies. You've heard it first. Everyone making their dumb little A24 videos. No, dude, I can make a 10-second short. You want to have a movie that looks like an A24 movie? You got to get it color graded by Company 3. You're welcome. That would be the whole video. Actually, I'll do that tomorrow morning. Oh my God, dude, that's hilarious. Oh, anyways, yes, let's look at the, we came here to look at the grabs. Justin, what are you doing with your life? Yeah, look at it. Wait, what was it again? Now I forgot what the camera was. ARRI Alexa Mini with Zeiss Master Primes. Wow. Yeah, dude, oh, we don't want that. What the hell is this? Look at that. Dude, those Zeiss Master Primes are no joke. Wow, I thought they shot this on film. They're just really good at using dehancer. Everyone has become so good at using dehancer. What is up with their page, dude? They're not going to give us any grabs. They didn't give us any grabs. They gave us one grab. See, that's Shot Deck. Shot Deck's fucking locking it down, dude. Shot Deck's in IMDb's pocket. They're like, no more grabs. Shot Deck must own all the screen grabs. That's what's happening, bro. I can guarantee it, dude. Now I'm going down the conspiracy hole. I'm joking. I don't guarantee it. I'm just talking out my butt. Don't sue me, Shot Deck. You're not going to get anything anyways. You'll get John will have to get his money back. Let me see. The Schneider lenses look good. I'm looking at them now. Pretty good quality from what I see. Yeah, dude, they are really good. Word, nice rec. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's see. Time to rob my children's college fund and buy those Cooke SP3s. Oh, son. I'll show you you're talking about, if you want to talk about Cookes, yeah, dude. Are those the new little ones? Yes. Oh my God. I love these lenses so much, dude. Yeah, man. This is what I would have. Like if I could just walk in anywhere and go, give me those, please. That's what I would do. I would have these all day long. And I don't even want all of them. I don't even need all of them. All I would do is the 25, the 32, and that 75. Boom. Give me those three lenses right now, boy. I'll go home. 25, 32, and 75. I wish that 32 was a 40 though. I really do. But you know, the Cook's thing is 32. That's always been their thing. They've always had a 32 mil. So you know they're not going to have a 35 or a 40. They could still add a 40 if they really wanted to round out the set. It'd be kind of ridiculous though. But dude, 25, 32, 75, how much you think that is? More than I got. Just dropped a follow on IG. Never use it, but we'll know when you go live. Yeah, I do. I put it over there too in the stories. Yeah, I'm gonna try to start getting better with the lives and like make sure and like schedule them a little better. Like probably not super well, but it has been pretty consistent on Sunday nights. The only reason why we did it offbeat tonight is because of the Sony FX2 and people were talking about it. So I said, yeah, dude, I got to do my video too, man. Yeah, you got to watch out with YouTube. I once did a live broadcast and there was a vintage rifle on the wall behind me and it cut my stream off because of that crazy stuff. Oh, maybe that's why it glitched. Did it glitch out because it thought that the AI couldn't figure out what the vintage 90s Axel Leroon BMX skate bike was? Is that why it glitched out earlier? They thought this was some sort of a, pew-pew or something? Yeah, man. Oh, and I just read the words. Yeah, there's a lot of weird things with YouTube that I got to be careful about when I'm doing a live. Yeah. Do you prefer shooting dialogue or action? Different strokes, but I love the meticulous nature of dialogue. Yeah, I suck at shooting action. I really do. I'm not good at shooting action. I'm not good at it. But yeah, I mean, it does make, the narrative, like the slow narrative world kind of makes sense for me because I have a master's in theater and I come from the theater world as an actor. So dialogue is something that I've always rode very heavily on and everything that I do, that's why I talk so much. But yeah, definitely dialogue. I much prefer to shoot narrative dialogue, 100%. Not a fan of action stuff. I'm just not good at it. Would the Cooke SP lenses work well with still photography? Probably. Look how tiny they are. And then just get the M mounts. Then you could do both. Yeah. Yeah, they have them in M mount, which is wild, but I don't think they actually officially put them out as M mount. You can buy the adapters and put them on yourself, but they never officially came out with an actual M mount set, which I do kind of fault them for. I think the algorithm is afraid of clowns and their skate bikes. Yeah, dude, 100%, man, 100%. Let's keep it on the wall. You can make a video with firearms in it and even holding one, but you can't do it live. I think they did this to prevent horrible stuff done with it live. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, dude, it makes sense. We'll probably have to chop the hell out of this video or the AI will do it for me. Anyways, guys, that's the 2-hour mark. Holy shit, we did it again. Guys, hit the like button. That will help people find it that weren't able to watch it live or they live somewhere where they're, sleeping already and they can watch it tomorrow whenever they want. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping in. Dude, it was a hell of a run, bro. We killed it again. Thank you for all of the new producers of the show. Thank you for all of you guys for stopping in, man. We killed it, man. At this point, you should keep that Facebook listing saved for a bit of stream. Yeah, dude. 100%. 100%. All right.